This is a Headgum podcast.
On December 17th, 1933, the Chicago Bears defeated the New York Giants in the first ever championship game of the young National Football League. The NFL championship would continue at the climax of each season until its replacement on January 15th, 1967 by an event called the Super Bowl. So was born perhaps the most litigated brand name of all time. Its trademark so rigorously enforced, we are choosing to self-censor its very mention. Listen, Bowl. Wild, right? I mean, we don't even censor overt profanity like cocksucker. Also established in the 1930s and settling on its now ubiquitous branding mid-century, a bluegrass state-breeded bird broker founded by a man who called himself colonel despite no record of military service and who literally got away with murder, escaping prosecution for gunning down a rival. In 2006, the now acronymical fried chicken outlet debuted a then-mocked menu item that would prove wildly popular as a filling fast food value meal. The Famous Bowl, a starch on top of starch pile of mashed potatoes, corn, fried chicken, gravy, and cheese. Nearly 20 years later, the Famous Bowl is a staple of the world's biggest chicken chain's menu, and it's expanded its line of bowl varietals with variable protein seasonings and bases. But which of the available sauce-starch combos most deserves the title of famous? Today, on the cusp of a gridiron showdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, two of America's biggest brands converge in a winner-takes-bowl brawl. This week on Doughboys, we return once again to KFC for the KFC Super Bowl. Go Birds.
Go is the Doughboys!
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Tiger Weiger, along with my co-host, Beef Stroganoff, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. You get it?
Yeah, jacking off.
Like Beef Stroganoff, but about jackin', Fidelio to the whole Doughboys crew. Love Brendan. Go Birds. Wow. RoastedBirdFuck.com.
Good for you, for your birds.
Go Birds.
And you know, I guess I got to say go Birds too. Well, we can ask our guests what which makes sense because today is super.
What are we calling it? We haven't decided what we're calling it.
We said Super Bowl.
Did we settle on Super Bowl?
Super Bowls. We talked about super
kind of disgusting.
Bowls.
Super Bowls. Okay, we can't say
Soupy Bowls.
We can't say
one of them.
we can't say Bowl.
Can't we just say we can
if
say
we say
Bowl?
Bowl, we have to bleep it.
You
So
can
we'll,
say
Is that true?
we're
You
bleeping
can say
every instance of bowl.
or bowl.
Soup or bowl. Yeah, we could try to be kind of
Soup or
weaselly
bowl.
with
What
it.
the fuck does soup or bowl mean?
I'm asking you a question. Do you want a soup or a bowl?
Would
Yeah,
you
but what
rather
the
have
fuck
this
does that have to do
bowl,
with
or would
today's
you rather fill it with
question?
soup?
Soup means it sucks. Bowl means it scored.
That works for me.
I like it.
We're going to we'll get to that. That's in the meat of the episode. We're going to decide which of the KFC
Our
famous
guest
bowl
had to
varietals
chime in to
is the
figure
best.
this out for us.
Yeah, my bad.
No, that's good. No, that's good.
We liked it.
I want the classic intro though.
Oh, well.
I don't like talking until I get the intro.
Well,
But I
get
already
there.
talked. All right. Yeah, you guys do your thing, and then I'll come in a little bit.
I'm
Perfect.
backed up, Wags. I'm a little backed up. I
Yeah,
said
you were
before
you were saying that roastedbirdfuck.com. Is it the how long have you been backed up? Because we just got back from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Have you had a BM since you landed in LA?
Ooh.
Because if your last
Since
BM was in the Bay,
Sunday?
Mitch, it's been a while.
My last BM was in the Bay, literally.
You're dropping heat off the pier, you fucking freak.
Yeah, why not?
It's nasty.
There was no bathroom at Hog Island where we went.
That's right. I'm wearing for our audio listeners, I'm wearing my Hog Island Oyster Company hat. And no, Hog Island, it's not just where I hope to go when I die. It is where we had a wonderful meal, my favorite meal of the year.
I'm sorry, just the
about it.
idea of like hog, like when you die, would just be a bunch of like what would it be? Is I guess my
I feel like
question.
it'd be like some hot dudes with big
Oh, okay.
hogs.
All right,
Just
all right.
like detached hogs,
I was thinking-
palm fronds.
I was thinking about detached hogs. Sorry.
Yeah, no, not a
that's
bunch of like
good.
hog cacti. Just
Yeah.
it would be attached to people.
You loved Hog Island.
I loved
Go ahead.
Hog
Oh,
Island.
I was just gonna say I heard when you die that your hog turns 4 inches.
It goes to
Yeah.
4.
Wow.
It's just like that's a
It's like a-
manageable space.
Everyone
Yeah.
is equal in the kingdom of God is basically what happens.
But when
It's
it-
just like,
Everyone's got a 4-incher.
everyone's got a 4-incher.
That's what I heard. I'm gonna back out of this, so let you guys do your thing.
I think that's great because then it's just like we're
You
all at the
think
same
that's
level.
great?
We're all at the same level. No one's
First of all,
like,
you're going to go down about 6 or so inches.
All right.
Damn.
He's got a big
Yeah,
hog.
I heard on this pod that you got a big
Okay,
you got a
we-
big boy. I've been hearing about that.
we don't need to get into this. Hog Island Oyster Company is just the name, and there is a Hog Island, I assume, but we went to the one in San Francisco, which is in the Ferry Building. We had a lovely meal with the team that was up there, with Emma and Amelia, with our guest Jordan Morris for San Francisco live show, and then with Chankton and a bunch of Chankton's friends.
Yes,
it was a lot of fun.
Chankton's sister Mary was there.
Yes.
Emil, her husband.
Emil's great. We hung out with all of them afterwards, where they took us to a great dive bar by the bay.
Yeah, it was.
a lot of fun.
That dive bar was fantastic.
Hog Island was an incredible meal, and you have to like
Hogs
it raw.
loves it.
But I love oysters, and we had raw oysters, we had grilled oysters. It was heaven.
You love Hog Island. You're a huge Hog Island fan.
Yeah.
Mitch, are you telling me that you still have those oysters with you right now?
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh shit! You're saying that they're slopping.
That's an insane way to put it.
Are those oysters still with me, man? Thank God. I hope
If
not.
they are, give me some, because that's how good Hog Island
Oh,
is.
Jesus Christ!
Fucking hell!
Jesus
Damn.
Christ!
Disgusting.
Amelia, you freak! You freaked out everyone.
Damn.
Our guest is
That's
saying,
revolting.
"Damn."
Damn. Might have to check out this Hog Island.
It was great. We
It
had
was
some-
really
They are.
good.
That
I
she wants
genuinely-
shit oysters, apparently.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought about it for like 3 days after. I was like, man, that was,
was
such a good meal.
I was
It was
so
a good
hyped
meal.
for
It was
Hog
a good
Island
meal.
and in advance, and then when we went there, like it so exceeded my expectations. It was a great meal. The cold dishes were great. The hot dishes were great. It was wonderful. The service was great. What a great experience.
I don't know.
Made the whole trip worthwhile.
I do wonder if I've gone since then. I need to go. I looked at. I opened my mouth in the mirror. I got a little bit of brown throat going.
Oh,
So.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's awful. That's worse than what Amelia
Oh,
said.
what? You've never
It's disgusting.
you never had a little brown throat before?
No.
Oh yeah, when you get backed up, you get brown throat. It happens.
God. I hate that, Mitch. Play your drop.
Do you want to try what I
He's
do?
mad.
Should I do?
He's mad at me for the thing.
Do you need what I do for Jemmy when she has an upset tummy? Just pumpkin, rice, and chicken.
Ooh, maybe
and
I
you
do
eat
need
that
that.
until you shit orange.
Oh Jesus. Nasty start to today's
Yeah, this
episode.
is fucking
Jemmy's
disgusting.
like, Mom, you aired my secrets. How
we
dare
haven't-
She
you?
just got up. She's upset.
She's
We have a
upset.
new guest. It's their first time on the show. They're
Shit.
promoting a special. We're just talking about fucking human shit for
Damn.
5 minutes up
I didn't-
top. It's fucking awful.
He doesn't.
What kind of show is
Do we
this?
start over?
He's shocked by this.
I just didn't know that if you are constipated that you could just throw up shit. I didn't know that was a thing.
This is a really gross thought.
I didn't know that.
It's
Maybe it happens. I don't know.
It could-
Yeah.
Maybe that clogged up?
It does, and yeah, it
But
happens.
does it come out looking like shit or does it come out looking like throw up?
That's a great question.
I think probably low from column A, low from column B.
Yeah.
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 You guys, do you think people are still listening?
I mean, I hope so, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's
know,
a
I'm
good
about
They're
question.
down with it. They're down with it.
You would not be happy with the 4-incher hog heaven.
Why not? Well, look.
One of your
here's-
favorite activities is out the window. You're
Variety-
not that flexible.
Okay. Variety is the spice of life. So
Yeah.
it is kind of nice. Like, hey, you got, there's different sizes out there. I think that's fine. And I think everyone should be happy with whatever they're working with.
And heaven,
But,
shouldn't you be able to be like, I want like a big one right now? You know what I mean?
well, yeah. Okay. So that's a
You can
different,
change it on demand.
that's a different
think
sort
you
of
should
fantasy.
change. I think you should be able to change on demand if you're an angel.
I guess it's like, what is your power set? Like, what skills do you have when you are in the afterlife? Are you yourself like a godlike being?
Is this
Can
covered
you
in Angels in
alter
America
reality?
at all? I've never seen
That's
it.
what I want. I don't know.
I've never seen Angels
I haven't
in
seen
America.
it either.
Eva lent me maybe I still have what Eva, she lent me the DVD a long time ago. She loves Angels in America. I've
I
never
read the
seen it.
play, I think.
Oh yeah, it was a play, right? It was.
Yeah.
It was,
Yes.
It was
I
a
read the
Broadway play
play,
at
yeah.
first,
Yeah.
and then HBO series. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. I know Heaven is for Real, which was about the little boy who saw heaven.
Oh right.
And he said, I think Pikachu is there. So that's cool.
the little boy said he saw heaven. He said Pikachu
Yeah, he
is
said
there.
Pikachu's up in heaven.
And people. And so what happened? People believed it. Or
He
what
became like a Christian celebrity. It's like a huge thing. Remember this guy, Colton Burpo?
His name is Colton.
His name is Colton Burpo, yeah.
His last name is Burpo.
This was like, Mitch, this was like 15 years ago. I can't believe you're just finding out about this.
I
This
feel-
guy had that Heaven is for Real as the book.
I
yeah.
mean, like I remember heaven. I remember like of Heaven is for Real, but one, I didn't know Pikachu was there. I didn't know Pikachu died. First of all, second of all,
Well, I don't know if he died or if he's like some sort of, again, some sort of demigod, some sort of immortal being
okay.
who transcends space
he
and
could
time.
be related to Zeus.
He could be
Pikachu's-
related to Zeus. He's also has the, thunder
of lightning.
possibilities. Thunder powers.
Pikachu's rolling around having a 4-incher, double the size of what he was.
Yeah,
So
there's no way he
he's
was.
feeling good.
There's no way Pikachu was above 2-incher. There's
Yeah.
no way at all.
Heaven is for Real it was written in 2010. It was written by Todd Burpo. and Lynn
Todd
Vincent
Burpo.
about the near-death experience by his 3-year-old son, Colton Burpo. And
Colton's still alive, right? Hopefully.
I mean, I hope so. He'd be very young. I believe I'll try to find the passage, but I believe it's a certain point he said that Pikachu was there and more of his favorite characters, kind of like Game Master Anthony. Mitch, do you have a drop to play?
Yes, Emma hit him with a drop. Colton Burpo's 25.
That's wild.
Someone does submit a drop with 500 actual wows in it, and it's obviously going to be over 30 seconds. Can I send that off for an episode at some point?
Yes.
Say the line, Bart.
Wow.
1.
Wow.
Wow.
10.
Wow.
Wow.
And 25. 50. 100. $200.
You're all just looking at your phone.
Our guest is ordering a lift. Get himself out of here.
Ordering me a lift.
Oh no, I'm like,
No, you should. This is
400.
I don't know if I was supposed to be listening. I'm being weird. I'm so sorry.
No, you're doing fine.
I'm dealing with landlord stuff. Let's not get into it though, because I get really heated up.
500.
I think that was 497. Flush.
all right.
Yeah, I was listening.
They did 500 watts.
Yeah,
which
that-
I
like,
think
that's
we
an-
requested.
That's an impressive feat. I was listening
They
while
did
trying to find the.
include in the email the image of their tracks.
Oh my God.
Editing 500 wows.
Wow, look
It's
at
a
that.
lot. It's
Whoa.
overwhelming. I hate it.
Yeah.
Dear Doe fam, after sourcing all 500 unique wows, screen cap of all individual clips and Audacity attached, I think you can now pick out the wow audio waveform by sight alone.
Wow.
Same.
There, he just saw it.
Wow.
I thought collecting all 500 wows would take a bit, but the drop-off episode had 165 wows in itself. One wow every 35 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Our show sucks. Well, there we go. Wow.
To be fair, you did on the drop off sit there and go wow 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 for like 30 seconds
right,
or
yes,
so.
okay.
So that maybe got them a good jump start.
All wows played one after the other runs for roughly 4.5 minutes. Enjoy, ? Thomas. Lee 10 Tickles on the Doe scored previously sent the one spooned angel FF7 drop.
Whoa.
That was good.
That's a good job.
It was
Final Fantasy
great. I mean, I
reference.
just like listening to it. It just reminds me that we have this podcast is not good.
I mean, yeah, I don't need to be reminded,
So-
but yeah.
I think
in
it's
the forefront
good,
of
and
my mind.
just I think it's a good podcast. So don't.
Hey.
God bless you.
I
Drops,
listened to some today.
drops at birdfuck.com. I was listening to the drop. I was trying to source the Colton Burpo's quote while I was listening.
Colton
and I couldn't
Burpo's
find it.
25 years old.
Isn't that wild?
He's nearly voted for Trump twice now. At least once. He has at least once. Oh, wait.
Well,
He
would
has,
have to think so.
Yeah, 17.
3 times.
Well, 17?
Oh yeah.
4, 8, 17. He was for last election he couldn't.
Well,
He was probably
Yeah,
pissed
2016
about. He
probably
was
not
probably
old
pissed
enough.
about he couldn't vote for Trump over Biden.
Yeah.
if Trump gets his way, none of us will ever have to vote again.
That's also true. Hey, no more voting. No more hitting the booth. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Free Tuesday in
Save
November.
a couple steps to do something else.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You gotta look at things positively now. There's that's the world we're in.
Our guest, from The Bear and English Teacher, his new special live from the Windy City is now streaming
Wow.
on YouTube. Carmen Christopher is here. Hi, Carmen.
Hey guys, thanks
so
for
much for
having
making
me.
time for us.
Oh my
Yes.
god, thanks for having me.
Carmen,
Honor.
you have you're wearing a Bears hat. You have a Chicago connection. Did you
yeah.
grow up there?
Born, raised.
Wow.
Love it. But
Wow.
also, it's where I'm from, so I like to, be upset about it as well.
Sure.
But I love it. I love it.
Do you? I usually don't like teams that have beat my team in championship games. Like I hate the
Ooh.
Giants forever. But
Ooh.
I was young when the Bears beat the Patriots, and
Okay.
also I
85
still like,
Super Bowl, was it?
yeah.
85, yeah. I
was-
didn't see that game.
I was 3 years old, so I don't know if
Yeah.
I just turned 3 years old.
Uh-huh.
But I I like the I like the Bears. I think they're my I like the Bulls too. I'm not against any Chicago
teams.
team.
I'm a diehard Bears fan. I'm a diehard Bulls fan, but the Bulls have been really disappointing. We talked about it earlier.
Yeah, they're a bit of a frustrating team.
It's very frustrating. And the Bears, they sucked this past year, but there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of light in the tunnel right now.
Yeah.
For me, at least, I think Caleb Williams is going to be a star.
Yeah.
I think he's legit. I think he's got a great coach in Ben Johnson now. I think Ben Johnson's going to lead us to the promised land. I think he's bringing in Dennis Allen as his defensive coordinator, and a lot of these other specialized coaching positions are going to guys who are former NFL players. So we're building the foundation. We got a lot of good talent. We got to get these guys fired up. We got to bring in an offensive line, a defensive line. I see a Bowl in the next 3 to 4 years.
Ooh, I like this prediction.
You guys upset. You had a couple upsets this year that were fun to watch, didn't you?
Well, you
had some bad losses too.
Well, here's the thing about the Bears season for the football fans that have watched or not watched. There's undeniably we were 5 and whatever. Our record sucked, but there was truly we could have beat the Packers, we could have beat the Vikings, we could have beat the Redskins with that Hail Mary, and we could have beat the Lions. Those are 4 games, right? So what is that? That jinks you to 9. And then if you have the momentum and if you're like winning these games that you should be winning, like then you don't lose games that you should be winning, like against the Patriots. They lost to the Patriots.
Yeah.
They lost to the Colts at the beginning of the year. Those are, I mean, God, Drake May. Are you guys excited about Drake May?
Yeah, I think he's good. I think it's gonna. I'm excited, and I'm excited about Vrabel coming back, and he's got a good staff, and I think I'm excited. I think you guys are probably a little further along than we are, but I think we're gonna. I think we'll be good.
Not by much.
Yeah, but,
you guys. I mean, you guys don't have as much talent on defense, and your special, your like wide receivers and running backs.
Our offensive line is also bad.
Yeah, you guys got a while.
We got some stuff.
He
doesn't watch football.
I don't watch the NFL anymore, but I did do a little bit of research, and because we're talking the Bowl, which we'll bleep with every mention, because we're talking about that, the first NFL championship game was won by your Chicago Bears back in 1933. I didn't know that.
They beat the Packers.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I think it was the Giants in the first game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably right.
Every time we say Bowl, can we bleep it with like Burpo or something instead?
So just someone saying Burpo.
Yeah, Burpo. You do it again.
Burpo.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay, so we got some options.
The Burpo Bowl? The Burpo Bowl? You guys gonna watch the What do you guys have Burpo Bowl plans?
Honestly, I don't know. Sometimes I'll host a little Burpo.
You do like to host, and you make yourself like a little buffalo dip.
Buffalo dip's where it's at.
Yeah.
Whoever makes the buffalo dip is the winner of the Burpo Bowl party. For sure.
I have 2 questions for you. One,
I love
actually,
questions.
I have more than 2 questions for you.
I love questions. Bring them in.
Are you Cubs or White Sox fan?
God, I hate this question because I just like don't watch baseball anymore.
That's fair.
And there was time periods in my life. It's really confusing because, my dad's side of the family was Sox fans, and then I grew up and my friends were Cubs fans, and then in high school we would ditch high school and we would take the train, go to the games, and we get like $7 tickets and like smoke cigarettes and drink beers.
That sounds like my Red Sox experience.
It was so fucking fun. You can get cheap tickets. We were just like look like little kids just smoking cigarettes and spitting everywhere. just can't like take the cigarettes. And that was before Wrigley turned into what Wrigley is now. So it was cool. And then it turned into like there's something about Wrigley, like going to a game sometimes if you're just driving through, like, cause I literally lived after college. I lived, probably I would say 300 feet from the park.
Wow.
So I was dealing with I would just be coming home from work or trying to go to like improv class or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'd have to go through a sea of drunk Cubs fans. So it kind of turned me against Cubs fans in a way. But I'm like, it's not like, you got Sox fans who are running on the field and knocking out umpires' eyeballs. So it's like every fan, I think every fan, every city's fans are ridiculous. So I don't think that's fair. Honestly, now that I don't live in Chicago, I want both teams to do well just because I want Chicago to look cool.
That's nice.
You know what I mean?
That's nice.
That's a good sentiment.
Nice. Yeah. But also it is funny because after the Red Sox won, I think it's the same thing happened at Wrigley. is that it became a lot more commercialized. Tickets went way up.
Yeah.
It's what they call pink cat fans, which I think is just like a sexist term that they came up with.
Yeah.
But
probably also homophobic, in fairness.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's hey, come on now, we're talking Chicago and Boston, baby. But it was the team was harder to like after in the coming years. And then I moved to LA, so I don't watch baseball as much as I used to at all.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Theo Epstein, I've said this before on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They should give Epstein Island to Theo Epstein, and then it will be a nice little change of pace.
They make it over.
They got Dingers getting hit.
They got to do something with that island.
Turn into a big baseball field.
First-class island that somebody really messed up.
Epstein Island now belongs to Theo Epstein.
My pitch, make it into Jurassic Park. Why not?
Yeah.
It would still be less ghoulish.
Yeah. That would be sick. At least shoot the movies there.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot some movies there.
Make it into Island Nublar.
They need to bring the film industry back to Epstein Island. It's crazy.
God. Oh, wonder.
Okay, so
get Clinton to direct one or two. Get him back on there.
Get Clinton behind the lens?
Get Clinton behind the lens.
I couldn't help but hear a decent laugh when I said what I said a couple seconds ago. So go check out the special on YouTube. Carmen Christopher, live from the Windy City. I know you plugged it, but that's all. That's all.
That's why you're here.
No, I do want to be. I've been asking Mitch. I've been begging Mitch. Can I come on?
And I did go away for multiple months.
Mitch was in Toronto for like about 4 months last year.
So an accordion outside the door?
I think so. Yeah, this is the thing. So it's
Wayne Brady's playing it.
We're recording our shitty podcast in here. Outside, like Wayne Brady is like, there's so much talent. Like Wayne Brady and Nicole Byer out there, like having fun and being talented, like right next door.
Wayne Brady is playing the accordion, and Nicole Byer is like doing a funny bit while he does it. Is that what's happening outside the door?
Yeah. Listen, I was in during the LA fires. Me and some friends, we went to Vegas.
Fun.
Because we were like, let's not go to San Diego. We had to evacuate. So we were like, let's not go to San Diego. Everybody's going to go to San Diego.
Right.
So we got our friend had a house there that he let us stay at. And we were watching Whose Line came on. And we're watching Wayne Brady. And I'm watching this guy. And as I'm saying this, he's literally outside of this window.
Yeah.
We're talking. As I'm watching this guy, I'm watching him. I'm thinking to myself, I can never do that.
Yeah.
I can never do what that man is doing right now. That he is. Like just
super talented
because
guy.
we all did improv, right?
Yeah, sure.
We all did improv, and I would like to think that by the end of my improv run, I was pretty good at it, and I think I was like funny and blah 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 at it. Like it's like one of those things you have to be in practice to keep being. It's like playing basketball. If you like take a couple months off, you're gonna be rusty.
You lose your jumper.
You lose your jumper, and you get out of breath quicker and all that stuff. And so, but I'm watching him. I'm like, but I couldn't do what he's doing. What he's doing is like insane.
It's so much more challenging to like not just like, hey, I'm gonna pander to my own fans, but I am going to go an audience of tourists in Vegas. I'm going to do improv for them, and it's not a cool indie comedy. It's these are just people who are coming out to see a show, and I'm able to like entertain all of them. That's so much more challenging.
He's a pure entertainer.
Yeah.
Pure entertainer, born to do it. He's literally right there.
But let's see how good he is without that accordion, huh?
Yeah.
This fucking accordion crutch he has.
Here's a question. Go on.
First of all, shitty podcast sounds like shitty bang bang. I just wanted to point it out. And then also, I bet on Soldier Field.
That's what I was gonna ask about Soldier Field.
I've bet on Soldier Field.
Oh.
Poov, my friend from college, Poov.
Do you want me to move that for you? You don't have to sit it.
Well, I might want to put it back in a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Oh, here, let's do this.
There you go.
Sure.
My friend
I liked
Poov.
it for a little bit.
For audio listeners, Carmen is moving the back pad. We have these lumbar back pads.
We have butt pads and back pads. I use the butt pad. Weiger used the back pad.
Yeah.
That's the breakdown. If you want the breakdown.
A peek behind the curtain.
A peek behind the curtain.
I'm padless.
Now Carmen is padless.
I'm padless.
So you were like Soldier Field. We were like, you've been on the field with Poov.
Me and Poov went down.
Is this Poov 1 or Poov 2?
This is Poov 2, I think, technically.
This is the other Poov.
Luke
did I meet
Michaels.
that? Wait, did I meet that Poov?
Have you met Luke?
I met a Poov.
Wait, did Luke come to our show at the... No, I think Nate did, right? Or maybe Luke and Nate did.
There were two guys, two of your college friends came. One of them was
Luke.
a Poov.
I love Luke. Luke, I don't know which show you came to. I don't know if you met Weiger. Obviously, it's, you know, if you met him, you get it. Poov has... He lives in New York.
Prove it. You know what I mean?
That's
God,
good
I was
as hell.
sitting on that. That was
That
not
was
good.
fucking good
That
as
was
hell.
See, that's what I'm saying. Wayne Brady would have made that funny. Wayne Brady would have made that. All right.
I see someone with a cigarette in their mouth. Cigarettes are back.
Wait, is Wayne
I
Brady?
won't say who it is. I won't out them.
Is it a different celeb? Oh,
No,
it
it's
is.
not, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Cigs are back big time. Don't do it. But
Cigs are
if
back.
you have
Cigarettes
one
are
every week, it's fine.
Yeah, if you want every week, you're fine.
One every
I
week,
think
you should be fine.
doctors recommend one per week, but not more.
You should be putting some shitty stuff in your body weekly so that you build a tolerance in case you have to smoke cigarettes.
That's a great
That's
point.
great. That's smart.
There might
I
be
like
a
that scenario
situation
where you have to
There's a situation where you might have listen, if you're around a bunch of people in your industry that you're trying to impress and they're all lighting up, you're going to say no and lose a job? No, you're going to light up.
Yeah, you gotta. I've been. I think that was more of more of a concern in old Hollywood these days. I think people are a lot more health conscious, but it's still good to be
Bring
plan
back
for that
old
contingency.
Hollywood.
good.
We want this.
Yeah, we like the
wanna
Rat
shoot
Pack. We
here.
like all those people being
have
smokestacks.
those lungs ready because sometimes you got to smoke a cig to get a job.
And old Hollywood's coming
You know?
back.
I've been reading the.
You think so?
It's coming back. I mean, Hollywood's coming back.
After the fires, I heard that Newsom wants to start filming here again.
Yeah,
It's true. There was
might
a
happen.
huge there's a huge California state tax credit that hopefully will get some more production back in the Southland.
I made that up. Do you think they really will?
No,
No, it's
that
true.
is
It's absolutely true. You
Oh,
made
wow.
that up?
Yeah.
No, there was
No,
like
it
a
is true.
Newsom
No,
initiative.
Newsom
They actually
did
passed
say
a huge
it.
tax
He
credit.
did.
Oh, see, there you go. Well,
What specific thing to make up?
well, so here's another thing that I've been making up, and I don't know
Yeah.
if it's going to happen. Is ever since the fires, what I've been saying is downtown LA is coming back.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
You know what though? There was a stretch. How long have you been here now?
3 years. I don't know anything about
There
this
was a
city.
stretch where they were like downtown LA is coming back, and then COVID hit, and it was like it didn't happen.
Yeah, I've been in LA County my whole life. There was a time when downtown LA was just kind of a wasteland. There were a handful of banks and the library and stuff, but it was just a bunch of empty lots. It was not a fun part of town. It got revitalized a lot, largely because of the Staples Center and the convention center. A lot of surrounding sort of infrastructure got built. Now they've been really trying to make it into something in the past 10, 15 years. But it's a little. They haven't quite struck a balance. It's almost like they're catering exclusively to the kind of people who want to live in these luxury lofts, and it's there isn't really any sort of space for anybody who's it's all super expensive condos.
It would be cool if it was easier to get to. If there was trains that got you down there. The way
there
guy
are, it
loves
just depends on
trains.
where you're going from. But,
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah.
it's a last
from
mile
Santa
problem.
Monica.
There's a lot of issues. Well, not Santa Monica, but there's a lot of. I haven't lived in Santa Monica in 5 years. There's a lot of
Burpo.
there's a lot of don't dox me. There's a lot of great
We'll
ways
put a
to get.
burpo there where I said that.
There's a lot of great ways to get to downtown LA by train, but the problem is most people don't live within an easy, walk or bike ride of a train
Can
station.
you shut the fuck up for a second?
We're talking about the train.
No, I know, but I'm so sick of it already. Well, you said you were reading something, and I want to get.
I've been reading all the Dune books, and this is we moved past it. It's fine. We don't
I
go
want to
back
go back to it. What are we going to say?
I was just gonna say it doesn't matter anymore. It's about the cigarettes thing.
I
I was gonna say it could just have a little bit of spice from Dune and not turn into a guild navigator.
I love how you guys fight like you've been doing a podcast for 10 years together. You know what I mean? The way you guys talk to each other, it's anybody else that talks like that, you're like, ooh, we have to maybe separate them. But you guys have been doing this so long that you guys can just be like, fuck you, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it does get
you know.
bad to the point where.
Yeah.
But I got a pitch now off of that, so it was good that you brought it back up. Turn downtown into Doontown.
That would be fun.
Oh shit!
There's
Sand everywhere.
Sandworms.
Casey's ears are perking up.
Sexy ass blue eyes down everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Everybody's walking around with some beautiful eyes.
Damn.
That'd be sick as
They're
hell.
gonna cast
Shit,
everyone
there's
from
Wayne
downtown.
Brady again.
He's back. Wayne Brady's back.
Bro, I didn't realize how tall Wayne Brady is.
He's pretty
He's
tall.
kind of tall. He looks small. You know what's interesting? He looks small on screen. Most people look tall on screen. He's got an opposite thing going on.
Yeah. I agree
Interesting.
with that. Actually, he's not a small man. He's a decent sized fellow.
And to put it another way, does the camera make everyone have a 4-incher? It's just kind of like the Great Equalizer.
I never think about the size of people's things.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. I meant
But
like
I don't know.
metaphorically.
That's an interesting
You know what?
question. I'm gonna start watching movies and be like, I wonder how big everybody is.
That's
Yeah.
You're very the opposite of Nick and I, because I think that is maybe what we think about.
Really?
Daily? I was gonna say hourly, but probably daily. I gotta say this: Luke Michaels he's a season ticket bear holder. He has been for a long time.
Wow.
Oh.
His family, and he's from New York, so he goes he'll fly in for games. He loves the Bears.
Is he ever looking for a new friend to take to the game?
I'm sure he's got 4 ticks. Luke, bring Carmen with you.
I'm down, man. Beer's on me. I'll buy the drinks, man. I'm not cheap.
We were gonna go this year, and then we didn't end up going, which was I think a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the Pats won. I guess it would have been good for us, right? But it was a bad game, wasn't it?
There's so many bad games this season. I almost went to the Seahawks game, which the final score was 6-3. That was another game we could have won.
Jesus Christ,
when two teams when there's a game and the final score is 6-3, anybody could have left with a W. So it's like those are other games where I'm like, now we got good coaching. Maybe these start turning into wins.
I was on the field. I was on Soldier Field. Brady was warming up, throwing passes right next to me.
Cool.
And I'd done the
He's
video.
He's tall
with
as
him.
shit too, right?
He's tall. He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
I'd done a video with him back in the day. I didn't say anything to him, but
right.
I don't know if he would have even remembered. But
I think it's probably the right move to not.
Yeah.
Not be like,
I mean,
hey,
he's warming up for the game. I don't want to fucking. I did a video. He doesn't want to hear that. I would have got yelled at by Belichick or something. Yeah. It would have been so scary. But we did.
You don't want to do that.
We did the American flag. We did,
you pulled it out?
You helped unfurl the American flag?
We were on the field holding the big American flag.
Wow.
I heard that you tried to light it on fire.
No, I did not try to light it on fire.
I heard you had a Zippo and you're trying to light that thing on fire.
I would never. The truth is, there was a peanut in the middle of the American flag. There was a shelled peanut. And so the whole time I was working the peanut to get the peanut to me. And I got it. I got the peanut. Wow. I wonder if I can find a picture of me with the peanut. But I got the peanut.
That's so funny.
And I don't know if did I eat the
peanut? That's like some
Luke
Homer Simpson shit. That's so good. That's so funny.
I got that. Well, Luke, I think Luke was the one who was like, hey, check it out. There's a peanut. And I'm like, I need to get the fucking peanut.
What is this, a season ticket holder perk? You help unfurl the flag?
I think they do.
And if you have a plus one, they can participate?
They asked like, hey, did 2 people from your...
How did you sneak the Zippo in to light the flag on fire? Because they usually, when you're going through the security, they take your lighters and stuff.
I kneeled. I did not light it. I kneeled for the flag.
Carmen's just joking around, but I have a serious question. Is it the same flag you took to the Capitol?
Too big.
Dude. Oh, and welcome back. You got pardoned, my guy. Congrats. That's right. Everyone's like, oh, he was shooting a movie in Toronto. This boy was in jail.
Okay, we got to talk about, speaking of Chicago, speaking of the Bears, we got to talk about The Bear, a show you're on. And is the...
You guys might recognize me as the 27th lead of the show.
It's a great show, big food show. We had Joanna Kalo on previously. I'm curious about your... because I think people always want to know about the food. Is there anything that actually that you've done with the actual food on the show?
Oh my God, yeah. The last episode of the first season, and also the last episode of the second season. It's us eating. Like the first season,
right.
What were we eating? Let's look up the name of the episode. I'm such an idiot. What's the name of the episode of the end of the episode of the first season?
You can take a second.
Somebody want to look it up. Here's the thing: is Courtney Storer, who is Chris Storer's sister, is the main food consultant on the show, but also there's Maddie Matheson, who's a producer, but Courtney is kind of in charge from my understanding. Yeah.
Let It Rip, right? Is that the episode name?
The 8th episode of the first season finale of the Bear was brachial.
Yeah. So that she made
Vulture,
that.
I guess that was their headline, was Let It Rip, I guess.
Yeah, no. So that she made that dish and it was fucking banging.
Wow.
And so when we were eating it, it was like we're eating it for the first time. I'm like, whoa, this is actually good. And that's episode 8 of the first season. So if you probably don't remember me because I have 0 lines. I literally eat pasta in it. But there's another episode where she made some other pasta dish and I had to have a reaction to it. I had to eat it. And he gave me a line to say whatever. And I was like, can I just say what I really think when I taste it? Because I haven't tasted it. And I tasted it and I go, holy shit, this is actually really good. That was my response. So the food is legit. That's on set. It actually is really high quality. Her food is good. She's been doing a lot of stuff for the first responders and the firefighters in LA, like making them like meatball sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, that's
it's like,
nice.
yeah. So the food is legit. That's on set. If anybody's wondering, that food is like really good.
Is there? Yeah.
You want to go to Party City after this and get some firefighter costumes?
Yeah.
I want one of those fucking meatball sandwiches.
Actually, to tell you something really disgusting is when I was looking at her Instagram stories, I was looking at the meatball sandwich and I wrote, holy shit, this looks awesome. And I knew they were for like the firefighters and first responders, but I was and she responded, she's like, yeah, we've been making them for the firefighters. I was hoping she was going to be like, what's your address? I'll send you one or something. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't need that. But like secretly, I was like, I can, like, what? I'll have one. Let me have one. You know what I mean? I had to evacuate. You know?
Yeah. You were under duress. Yeah.
What is the food
I had to clean
like?
up ash off all my window sills.
What is the food like off camera? Like, is any of the catering, any of the craft services like beyond what you might see on a normal set, or any different than on a normal set?
Oh, that's a pretty good question. Here's the thing about that show.
Yeah.
Which is interesting is, and I know you guys have worked on stuff like when you shoot, like you're in and out, like in like 2 hours. Like you're not like sitting in your trailer for like 3 hours waiting to go to set.
Wow.
You're in and out. Like Chris Storr, the director, is so efficient. And I think the crew probably loves him because like you're not wasting a whole crew's day. Like he comes in with like such a plan. He's so pre-planned that it's like he's efficient. You're in, you're out. So it's like there's no like I'm just realizing this as you're asking, like, you know, most things that I've worked on, you have a lunch and you go stand in line for, you know, stuff, but they just like order you lunch from something. They'll be like, what's your order? So then you order from something. But there have been like, but it has been like good tacos and stuff. And like, it's always like good, I think.
No spit buckets needed on this set.
That's interesting to hear that there's and maybe that might be a thing that just is sort of like, you know, speaks to a show that really, you know, works. It is really well made. Is that like behind the scenes, there's like a great process there because like I've definitely been on the opposite where it's just like I'm here for 12 hours and I had like 45 minutes of work to be done over the stretch of this whole day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's completely it's totally poorly scheduled.
Yeah,
and no one knows what's going on.
The best scheduled thing I've ever.
Wow.
That's wild.
Like ever, even like, you know, even before when I wasn't in this industry, like it's just efficient.
That rules.
Wow.
Yeah, it is really like, I think it's like good for people's
and
mental
good
health.
food.
Especially if you're here's the thing about Chicago. The sky is gray. Send people home if they don't need to be working. Like it's fucking a depressing ass city when it's the winter. From January, I'm telling you, man, January and February in Chicago, and then in March, you're still like, this fucking weather still sucks. And then you're waiting to June, and then sometimes it's just like raining in June. Like send people home if they don't have to work because they are not happy people.
Yeah.
You're not happy in that weather.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's Ithaca. Same thing in Ithaca. Same.
Yeah,
same
but sometimes Chicago. Oh, does it get like? Because there was the year before when I moved from Chicago to New York. I think it was 2013. Like the wind chill for like a month was like -30,
Jesus,
-20, -10, like for a month. I was taking Ubers to work.
Life in
it was bad because you're Cali boy.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, fear of God. I think you meant.
That's what I meant.
We're built different in Chicago, man.
And I can imagine. Yeah,
but I've turned into a total. I've lost it all.
Yeah.
Like when I go home, I'm like always cold.
My favorite like northern climate, like cold weather person guy is like if it gets cold out here and they're like, this is nothing. You know, and then there's always the like, this is nothing. There's like this is nothing one-upsmanship of like, this is nothing. I'm from Chicago. And it's like, oh, this is nothing. I'm from Minneapolis. And then you get this is nothing. I'm from Toronto. Like it's like there's always someone who's like from a more northern climate.
Yeah, it's like it gets like 65 in my house. I'm shivering. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital.
I can't take it.
I'm like,
I lost the coat.
This is nothing.
Well, that's the other thing. There's also some big dicking from guys who are legitimately cold, but they're trying to act like they're not actually cold.
There was always guys like at Ithaca who wear like t-shirts. Do you remember that? Like, I mean, Boston is also cold, but like,
where's Ithaca exactly?
Ithaca is upstate New York, and it's
is it how far upstate?
It's pretty upstate.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's like it's
liberal arts school.
Yeah, and there's a lake there.
Mm-hmm.
Stucky stuff we were talking about.
Liberal
before.
arts school. So let me get this straight. Everybody's on their high horse. Just kidding, guys. Can I get a water?
Yeah, of course.
Still sparkling?
Still or sparkling?
One of these. Can I plug this right now?
LaCroix
Sparkling Pure. 0 calories, 0 sweetener. 12 ounces.
You like the plain guys, huh?
I like the plain guys when I just ate a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Which we just did. I'm literally, my top button is unbuttoned. Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to ask you. You were in Toronto recently.
That's right.
Did you go to any of Maddie Matheson's restaurants?
No, dude, because we were there. We were there for the movie. Thank you so much. We were there for the movie. What's it called? Friendship. Tim Robinson's new movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I have like the smallest role. I'm in it for 10 seconds.
Very excited.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
But.
Cool.
And then you did a show when you were up there too, right?
Well, yeah. Andy, the director, invited Whitmer and I. You know Whitmer.
Yeah.
You guys know Whitmer?
Yeah. Whitmer.
Invited us. And I was like, I want to go. But I'm in it for like 10 seconds. I was like, well, let's do a stand-up show. That way it'll pay for our trip. So we did a stand-up show. So we were there for 2 days. But wait, what were you asking?
I was because there's Prime Seafood Palace, which we didn't end up going to.
Oh yeah, I forgot this show's about food.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I kind of made sure that you guys didn't go to. It wasn't my fault, but I was like, if you guys go to Prime Seafood Palace without me, I'll kill you, Weiger.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault, but I threatened to kill you.
I threatened to kill you if you didn't go. But the sad thing is that I went. You didn't get.
You went on your own.
Yeah, I went on my own.
And you forbid us from going without you.
Yeah, I wanted to go with you.
It's fine. We went to Tanuna with Mars, and we had a wonderful experience.
And also, the truth
Which
is
also
that
mad about.
Yeah.
Well, I am also mad about. I wish. In reality, I wish you guys never came to Toronto. I guess is what I.
We're not allowed to eat without Mitch.
I wanted, but also the truth is that we could have gone the next night, but we were all too tired and full.
That's true.
So we went to that Italian restaurant where Drake had shown up a couple times.
That's fun.
Really,
Yeah.
Drake was there. I got beef with Drake. I'm a Kendrick head.
Wow.
I'm running with Kendrick, man.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think we had dinner that night at a local high school. That's where I burned Drake there. That's why I've burned him.
Damn, that was
Fucking
good.
roasted.
Fuck, what am I doing? Why am I getting on? I don't want to get on Drake's beef.
You guys
list.
got who do you think your listeners? Do you think they're Drake or Kendrick heads?
I would
Or none?
imagine they
None
don't.
of the
They're like me and don't really have much familiarity with either artist.
Gotcha.
But I think there are.
You think
I
all
would
of
guess.
our listeners are as dorky as
I
you
think
are.
I think there's a contingent of listeners that are like me, but I also think there are probably, just because we have more American listeners and because I think people he's more contemporary. I think probably Kendrick Lamar. There's more Kendrick Lamar fan. I would assume
You
so.
Break it down. As
I don't know.
No, it was such an honest
dorky fucking. I mean, yes.
I'm from LA, so I got to team up with Kendrick, I suppose.
Okay, so do you think they're
Jesus.
Okay, let me throw another.
Did I Google him fairly
Who-
recently?
If
Yeah.
you had to like give your
Bing. I use Bing.
if you had to give your fans an artist,
Yeah.
who would that musician
Someone
be?
from the Big Bang, like the big. What is the 1930s like swing era?
Oh,
I feel like it would be. I feel like
Mel
that's
Torme,
Yeah, all right, Mel Torme.
Glenn Miller and his orchestra,
I
maybe.
said the
Yeah.
Big Bang.
okay,
era.
shit. So your fans are gonna listen to this episode and completely check out every time I speak.
No, I think
potentially.
I think we have a lot
Okay.
more younger listeners than we realize, and I think we also have cooler listeners than we realize.
Cool, 'cause
I know because we meet them.
Cool, because I'm 17 and I'm cool. That's
Here's,
great.
I
Who
got
do the producers like? Do you like, what music do you like back
Yeah.
there?
What
What is
music?
like?
I'm
what
Oh
actually-
music
my
to listen
god,
to?
this is so
That's
insane. That's such an
interesting.
insane question.
Look, if it's the Kendrick versus Drake, I'm definitely Team Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendrick
Same.
over Drake.
Yeah.
Do you
But I
like
don't
what-
really
what-
People
listen
over
to either.
pedophiles, you know.
Right. What's like a cool band? Like, what's like a band like now that people listen to now?
I love the band Goth Babe. It's actually just one dude.
Okay,
We're
I've seen
on
you
tour.
wearing
It's a
Goth
band, but I
Babe
have a guy wear
merch.
Goth
Yeah, I've
Babe
seen that.
merch. Very
Shout out
like
to Goth
indie.
Babe.
It's very
Check out
similar
the
to
special
like kind of Tame Impala.
Live from the
or
Windy
Pond.
City. I'm sorry. Check out my special Live from the Windy City and check out Goth Babe.
There you go.
I think the most popular artist I listen to is maybe McGee.
Oh, that's a good
McGee.
one. I like McGee.
Sounds
That's
like
your
a-
most popular artist.
Sounds
that
like
I
a
listen to.
sounds
yeah.
like an
Wow.
Irish bar with $2 beers.
Sounds like
Sounds
that.
great. I love-
McGee. That sounds
You
nice.
put on a Goth Babe
But
radio.
it's
McGee.
spelled,
They're doing
it's spelled
$2 beers
MK.GEE and pronounced McGee.
And is
Yeah.
this rock and roll or is this?
Yeah, he's a rock and roller.
I like that.
Hey, I like goth babes.
I like Goth Babes and McGee and Live from the Windy City, my special. And what else?
Okay,
I'm a Chapel Roan stan.
Chapel Roan.
I love Chapel Roan.
Oh, Chapel Roan. I know. All right, so I know Chapel
Roan's
Roan.
good.
I've heard of Chapel Roan.
I know that song. It's
That's
like
good. Like
you kids don't like the Jersey Boys?
I love the Jersey Boys.
What the hell? I can't believe not one of you guys said the Rat Pack. We were talking about it earlier.
Oh yeah, I love the Rat Pack.
What about?
I typed "Who is McGee" into Bing.com.
That's by the way.
And Tim Farragut Tim McGee is a fictional character in the CBS television series NCIS. So I don't think that's the same guy.
You spelled it wrong. Can you spell it again?
MK dot GEE.
Yeah, there you go.
MK.GEE.
They should put a concert together with all of our favorite artists.
Next, you should try bigging just Goth Babe and see what comes up.
Riggs, you hear that Kowalik is trying to start the new Rat Pack?
That's good.
We have a rat-like
friend named Cole.
Oh, the
Rat. As a joke.
Pack.
It took me a second, but yeah, I get what you're saying. That's good.
Carmen, I have a question for you.
Oh, I love.
First
Okay,
of all,
the Mickey. I see. This guy looks cool.
I like Dave Matthews Band as everyone. I like Andrew Bird, the Whistler.
Okay.
He is one of the worst Muppets of all time. He's Walter the Muppet. He whistles for Walter the Muppet. I love Andrew Bird though.
Okay.
I don't like as much new music. I feel old and bad in that way, but
I think it's okay.
I think Chapel Roan's probably the only like recent music that like has come out where I'm like, I'm into this. A lot of times I'm like, this isn't quite for me, but that shit gets stuck in my head.
I wish I liked new music. A lot of the times new music it feels overproduced to me, and that is a very old man dorky opinion. I get it.
I agree with that.
But
it's like it's all digital. It's not like analog anymore. It's kind of like CGI versus practical effects.
It used to be played in a room. It's so dorky, and like the acoustics of the room mattered and stuff like that. And now it feels just more like whatever. This is dorky.
I can't really speak to that. I just don't like. I don't stumble upon music in the I'll hear music really only at the gym. That's the only place I'll hear new music. There are commercials, so those are the only places I'll come. I was like, what is this song? I haven't heard this before, and people are like, oh, that's a huge song. It's like, okay, this song about like having another shot of whiskey or whatever is okay. Like I don't have any context for it except I hear it when I'm in the squat rack.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah,
I think it's like a hip hop rock or rap fucking country song.
I only know it from like the 10 seconds
Yeah.
from TikTok, but I know
Hip
what you're
hop
talking
is
about.
actually pretty funny.
Are you talking about Here Comes the 2 to the 3 to the
Yeah, that
4?
song. Yeah.
They took everyone in the club getting tipsy and turned it into a country song.
Yes, everyone in the club getting tipsy. Yes, that's what
Is
it
that
is.
also
Did
in
they
the
really?
Applebee's commercial?
Yeah, it rules. That's chicken fried, I think.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Wow.
I don't like the countrification. Whatever. I like some country music.
Yeah,
but I'm not a huge country head. I guess
I like Junior Brown. That's one country artist I like. He's got like a steel guitar. He's very good. Yeah. But I think that's like from 20, 30 years ago. Okay, I want to ask you about fried chicken because Chicago, my like the places I've had is Harold's, and I don't know if you have any connection to Harold's, which is a Chicago fried chicken chain. But then also Do Right Donuts, which I imagine might have come about after you moved out of Chi-Town. But that's a place that also has fried chicken. We had a great
time
there.
at Do Right Donuts.
Yeah. But do you have any I guess do you have any fried chicken connections in general? It's okay if it's not even Chicago specific.
And can you give us those connections? And then also, who do you think is
or fandom?
Which Chicago celeb do you think liked fried chicken the most?
Oh,
is it Ditka?
Oh, okay.
Ditka probably like fried
Farley
chicken. Yeah,
probably
sure.
loved fried
Big eater,
chicken.
yeah.
A big guy.
Okay.
I guess Chicago claims Farley. I mean, he's a Wisconsin guy.
Yeah. He died in Chicago.
He died in Chicago.
Are you from where you were born, or are you from where you died?
Great question.
You know what I mean? I think it's probably where you're born, but but he was a Chicago guy. He's a Chicago guy, kind of like he did Second City and all that.
Yeah.
He did IO Theater. IO Theater is probably like is at the time like as important of an improv institution as Second City, but less people know about it. But there was a theater like in the training center where he was like doing an improv scene and like punched a hole in the wall or something, and I think they like left the hole in the wall and they called it the Chris Farley Theater.
That's fun.
Oh man, that rules.
Yeah, but like people would. So I guess my point being is like going through like improv classes in Chicago, you hear like little stories of Farley here and there. It's kind of cool because he is kind of maybe one of the funniest people to ever live, right?
Oh yeah, I think he's maybe number one. I mean, for me, I like Sandler and Farley as the two funniest guys.
You got Sandler up there. Wow, I like Sandler.
Sandler's maybe the number one spot.
Have you met him?
I did meet him. You know, I met him after me and Bugmain, our buddy Bugmain.
Yeah.
We met him at we went to Uncut Gems, and he came up and talked to us, and he talked to us for so long, and we kept cutting the conversation short because like. We
got scared.
We didn't want like because it went so well. They were like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to be like annoying. But he clearly wanted to talk to us because it was all other like weirdo WGA people there. So it was great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Farley, I think Farley's up there for me. What do you think?
No, I don't know. Yeah, he's great. Love Farley. What is there to say? He's great. One of the best.
So
R.I.P.
So fried chicken, Dicka or Farley? Is those my options?
I'm just curious. Like, what is your level of fried chicken fandom? I feel like it's a food that absolutely everybody loves. It's like pretty universally beloved. Like, do you have any go-to chains or anything? How often do you have it?
When I think of fried chicken, I think of the murder at Brown's Chicken in Palestine in
Palatine, Illinois. Illinois. Yeah, sorry. My boyfriend was telling me about this. It's like brutal.
In high school, somebody went in there and when I was in like grade school, it was a big story in the news. Somebody went in there and basically killed a bunch of people for kind of no reason. I can't even tell you. So that's what I think of when I think of fried chicken. So I like to stay away from fried chicken.
Fair enough.
No, that's not true. Okay, so no, but so I do like if I'm being completely honest, this question I feel like a loser because like to me like if we're talking like I'm not a huge fried chicken person. I like it fine.
Yeah.
I definitely like it and I will eat it. But like the Chicago cliche and stereotype of like pizza and hot dogs and like beef sandwiches, like that's the shit that I eat. Like I love Italian beef is my favorite food. Like that's the shit that I eat.
I feel like we haven't had a great version of it on the podcast. Oh, that's not true. Portillo's is good.
Did you have Portillo's on the pod?
But yes, we had it
We went in
before.
Chicago.
We almost did it today.
I literally,
we didn't almost do it today. We did not. It was brought up to do today.
I requested it, and I knew it was a ridiculous request, so I never assumed it would happen. But then when I looked into the financials and I saw how much money you guys were making, I was actually very upset. I was actually very upset that we didn't do Portillo's.
We should have taken a jet down to Portillo's. My answer is the fridge. William Perry, right?
Yeah,
Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah. All-time nickname.
He's the Chicago guy, I think, who would.
Well, you know who I have?
I guess I'm just saying all big people, which isn't really fair.
Or the big fried chicken. Is this kind of a segue to KFC? Is this the point of this question? Because
Carmen, you are correct.
Yeah, because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Fried chicken, everybody loves fried chicken. But to me, like, there was never like growing up, it was never like I need fried chicken. It was never like my personal thing. Like I remember once, like I'm half Mexican, half Italian. We're not like Mexicans aren't like all about the fried chicken.
Sure.
It's tacos. You make homemade tacos, orange rice, some beans, simple but good. Italians, you know what Italians do, and the mob.
Yeah,
baby.
we know what they do.
But it's like a lot of pastas, a lot of sauces, a lot of like even the homemade pizza and a lot of the lunch meats laid out and stuff like that. So I was never a huge fried chicken. If I'm eating the fast foods in Chicago, I'm eating beef sandwiches and I'm eating pizzas.
Fair enough. I will say that fried chicken, speak for myself, fried chicken is like my favorite food. I'm kind of like on the opposite of the spectrum just in terms of like I love it so much.
Yeah.
And I want it to be good. Like I'm very excited to eat it and I have pretty high standards for it. Mitch, where are you on fried chicken?
I mean, I love to eat fried chicken. By the way, it's halftime. This is the superb bowl. It's halftime. We're at halftime.
It's halftime?
It's halftime. We're halfway through the episode. We're at halftime.
I have to say something about the fried chicken.
Yeah.
Are you before
about fried
go to
chicken
break?
in general?
Well, just that my mom, my stepdad's from Kentucky. You know, my family's from Chicago, and for Thanksgiving one year, my stepdad's mom was like, "We'll host," and she got KFC. And my mom was pissed.
Wow.
Because she was like, this is Thanksgiving. You didn't make a turkey. She just straight up ordered a bucket of KFC, and I fucking loved it. But I was a kid. So
that was for me when I was younger, KFC, we've talked about this before, but was like one of the fancy fast food. It's like, we got KFC for dinner. It'd be like
it used to be better.
It kind of was.
It was like kind of like, hey, this is a The idea of it was to be a simulacrum of a home-cooked meal that you would get to go, which when the chain came about, it was a novelty. It was like a thing like, oh my God, we could get a nice dinner out, but we can have it in our own, bring it back to our own homes.
Why are you confused about the halftime thing? I told you before we started, I wanted it to be like the Spurpo Bowl.
Yeah, but it's just like we haven't gotten to the topic yet. And then also the other thing is like, I don't think like clockwise we're necessarily at the halfway mark of the episode.
You think we're past?
I don't know. I don't have a feel for it.
I don't know either. It would be fun
We're just declaring it halftime willy-nilly. Now we got to make sure there's another 53 minutes of the episode, or else it's not.
Our episodes are usually split into thirds with 2 ad breaks, so we're definitely past the first.
Well, we should split into quarters. First of all, we should put it into 4s for the Super Bowl.
That's gonna fuck up our ads.
What happens at halftime? We all go take the biggest shits we've ever taken. Because
that's the halftime performance.
Yeah, because like this, like what these bowls we have, I'm about to be shitting for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, it was gonna make you hit the porcelain bowl.
Mitch, I hope so for you.
Yeah. I know. I need it. Yeah. Get rid of that brown.
The amount of mashed potatoes and mac and cheese they put in those bowls, it lubricates everything that's in your system up, and you're just ready to shit, baby.
I thought that we could plop in Kowalik singing. No, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
I thought we could plop in Kowalik singing a song at halftime or something. I thought we could.
Kowalik's doing the halftime show, not the national anthem.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
He could do the Bowl national anthem again up top.
Maybe the Sloppy Boys play a song at the halftime.
Oh, that's fun.
Sure.
What does that
You want to make that ass?
Exactly.
Well, Kendrick, on theme, Kendrick. We talked about Kendrick.
Okay, we'll get Kendrick in
Kendrick
here.
Is the halftime.
He is.
Do we know anyone named Kendrick who's not Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Perkins?
All right, there we go. We'll have Kendrick Perkins sing a song.
That would be very entertaining, actually.
Yeah, it would be great.
Kendrick
Lamar
Perkins.
Woods.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Lamar, there you go.
Lamar. Well, all right. Oh, hey, man.
Lamar,
yeah, we should put a Lamar. We should have Lamar put a little song in there. Look,
okay.
It's halftime.
We'll figure it out. Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you.
Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto Meals. Based on a randomized, controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise.
With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the meal each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto.
Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat.
Mitch, I like the smoky Gouda chicken.
Sounds
very
Gouda,
toothsome.
Sounds Gouda to me, Wags.
You know what else is Gouda? The chicken Florentine.
Sounds Florentine-icious to me.
You know what else is Florentine-icious?
What's
the
that?
Gouda chicken. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/doughboys50 off and use code doughboys50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping.
That's code doughboys50 off at factormeals.com/doughboys50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Doughboys50 OFF.
Wow.
All right, welcome back from halftime. Wow, what a halftime show.
What a halftime show that was.
That was awesome.
Wags, we're in the second half here. And look, between the bowls, we haven't gotten to them yet, but it's a close game, I'll say.
That's right. It is a close game between all of our contestants here in the KFC, whatever we're calling
Should we introduce we don't know what we're calling exactly, but should we introduce the teams in the second half here of the game here? We have 7 bowls, is it?
I believe it's 8 different bowls.
8 bowls.
So yeah, maybe we put in the put in that little song they play for the Chicago Bulls starting lineup.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Also, that's basketball.
Your Chicago Bulls.
See, he likes it.
That was smart.
Wayne Brady watched you do that and was just shaking his head. Before we get specifically to that, Wags, one last detour. And I promise this is the last detour.
Okay, great. Because we are past the halfway
We are past the halfway point, so the game has to start.
Yeah.
It's halftime and the game has to start. That's weird for Super Bowl. I've never seen it happen in Super Bowl so far, but it could.
Yeah.
my question to you is what are you usually if you're at Burpo? Well, what eats do you like at Burpo Bowl?
Wait, what is it that you make? The
I make
dip?
buffalo chicken dip.
So buffalo chicken dip. I'm not kidding you. Straight out the oven. There's nothing fucking better.
Wow.
If somebody brings
that.
buffalo chicken, because it's also like you only see it at Burpo. It's so like fucking like that's another thing that'll tear up your butt. So it's another thing like, you know, I when I think of Super Bowl, I think of that. That's what I want. Number one. That's number one. Number two.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos, baby.
Really?
No, I don't know. I got stuck. I was gonna just sit in the silence as long as it went.
You're not dipping the Cool Ranch Dorito in the buffalo chicken dip though. That's a hat on a hat. So, but I'm just like, if that in that context, I just have regular tortilla chips that I'm using to dip.
Yes,
I don't necessarily need a Cool Ranch. Doritos
I was just saying
as
another side that I want.
I don't want them in that context because I want a chip I can dip.
You're gonna get the chips that you dip. I'm saying just another side.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't need them for myself.
Do you prefer a chip to dip or like a little like bun, like a little roll?
I'd rather dip a chip, and I'd rather also have some veggies like a crudité that I could.
Here's what I don't
want.
I need some vegan pigs in a gluten-free blanket, baby.
Oh my god!
I'm joking. I'm joking, but I do like little pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket.
If you're coming to my Super Bowl, don't you dare bring seared tofu.
Yeah.
Don't you dare tempeh nachos, dude. Wags. Don't bring what's a third thing besides tempeh and
seitan?
Don't bring seitan.
Don't you be bringing up how's the air quality in my living room? Don't be asking about the AQI and PM2 in my living room.
You were dusting ash off, you said, right?
I was dusting ash off. Oh yeah.
I think my answer is pretty straightforward, which is wings 1, pizza
tempeh
2.
Nachos. Okay.
Well, I want pizza. I want wings and pizza. I mean, that's like a classic to me, like big game sort of
Chili?
meal.
Pizza, baby.
Ooh, chili's a good one.
Chili's
a good one.
Chili's interesting. Chili, I like it if I'm in freezing my ass off in Alaska.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm sorry, but I like everything else you said.
I think there's maybe an aspect of like, what is your environment? Because like if I'm at home by myself being a big piece of shit, that's one thing. But if like I'm at a gathering, I'm like, I got to be conscious of the rumbles.
Did you say pizza already?
Yeah, pizza, yeah.
I mean, that's so basic, but like, let's talk about the pizza. Because like, I do think that there is something awesome about somebody just pulling up with some tombstones, like just oven pizza.
Yeah,
not necessarily just ordering. And you know what? People aren't talking about how good Papa John's is.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
We've had some, we've had variable experiences with Papa John's over the years.
Look, in Ithaca, Papa John's was the one where I was like, Papa John's is really good.
Papa John's is hitting sometimes.
We think Shaq should have taken over. We talked about this.
Papa Shaq's it was an opportunity to rebrand, yeah.
That would have been great.
Because no one likes Papa John himself.
Shaq should take over all the foods. He should be our health commissioner. So RFK.
It is an
That
upgrade.
would be great. That would be sick.
The issue is we've tried a lot of Shaq foods and they're not.
A lot of them aren't good.
A lot of them
so maybe he
good.
shouldn't be in charge of Papa John's.
Maybe not. Maybe
the Shaq XL gummies, his Shaq's Big Chicken is really bad. That's a really disappointing chain.
Yeah, some people are like
he had a chain? I didn't even know.
He has a chicken chain, and it's a really half-assed execution. In fact, I would say I would prefer the KFC Bowls any day to Shaq's Big Chicken. KFC Bowl, a famous bowl, was introduced in 2006. The chain was founded in 1930, so it's approaching 100 years of existence. 100 years of Kentucky Fried Chicken. How wild is that?
Wow.
Korean barbecue sauce was introduced along with its saucy nuggets in 2024, which we reviewed around
that was
then.
Only last year
with John Early and Claudio Doherty. It is not in the Golden Plate Club. But it is the biggest chicken restaurant in the world and the 5th biggest chain restaurant overall in terms of number of locations. Do y'all want to try to guess numbers 1 through 4? Number 1, you will never get in 100 years. It's a Chinese chain, but 2 through 4, I think you could get. Subway is number 4. McDonald's is number 2.
We've done this game before.
We have, yeah.
Burger King.
Not Burger King, no.
Wendy's?
No, you're thinking burgers. You think something else entirely. Nope.
Wait, what do we have so far?
McDonald's, Subway, and KFC is 5.
Pizza Hut
we
isn't
need number
one of them?
3. No.
I thought Pizza Hut was huge.
It's not in the top 5.
Panda Express.
No, you're not. You're all thinking of like lunch, like
Denny's.
open your mind. No, think of a chain. It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous.
Starbucks.
Amelia got it.
Wow.
Starbucks is number 3 in the world.
Wow.
Number 1, another sort of like, drinks and treats chain.
Costco double chunk chocolate chips.
Man, that would, if there was any justice in the world, it would be the Costco double chunk chocolate chip cookie, which is an absolute delight. But no, it is Mixuyu ice cream and tea, which is a Chinese chain.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so what we're doing today is we have 8 different bowls. They have 3 bowl proteins and 3 bowl bases. The proteins are original recipe, Korean barbecue, and Nashville hot. The bases are mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and loaded fries. They are available in almost every configuration, except for some reason you cannot get Korean barbecue on top of mashed potatoes. You are not allowed to customize whatever protein you get with your bowl. They are all just individually available, and that is not one of the options.
Colonel? Why, Colonel?
Very arbitrary. And I have a big fucking problem with Yum Brands in general. And I mostly encounter this with the Taco Bell app, but this is an issue with KFC app as well. They list shit in the app, and then they just don't have it. So it's like, I want to get
pissed off.
I'm going to get the new nuggets that they have at Taco Bell, and they just don't have it at the location.
A coach chewing out the refs.
Same fucking thing with the cranberry Pepsi. I was like, I saw they have cranberry Pepsi. Let's get the cranberry Pepsi. They're just like, we don't have it. Here's regular Pepsi. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just don't list it if you don't have it available in that particular location. You know what your inventory is.
Mm-hmm. The Colonel. We're talking to you, the Colonel, specifically the Rob Lowe Colonel. We're fucking pissed off.
It's time for some accountability.
One thing you've done wrong, Rob Lowe.
It's time for some accountability. If you want to be a $1 billion company and you're going to charge just for food, then you need to be treating us like a $1 billion customer. I don't know.
That's the first applause break we've had on this show, I think.
And you want to hear more applause breaks? Check out Live from the Windy City, Carmen Christopher special on YouTube. Yep. Available now.
Every click gets me 0.002 cents.
Wow.
So I need you guys clicking.
Windy because of the politicians.
That's correct.
Yeah. I think the etymology is, I don't know exactly what it is. I've heard of it.
They blow wind up your ass.
Yeah, I've heard
Basically, they were full of shit. But it is also windy as hell in Chicago.
That's the other thing.
It is. I know. That's the thing. It maybe should just because of the wind. Yeah, it works.
I think it's one of those things where there just isn't no one knows what the actual origin is. So there's just speculation.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Lori Lightfoot. We miss you as mayor. You were funny as hell.
So we're gonna pick the KFC Bowl champion. And we obviously did our bowl tournament a few years back, Mitch, called Bowl. But this is this is a different exercise.
Oh, then we didn't have to do the bowl at all, I guess.
No, but this is good. This is specific to KFC.
Yeah.
And this is a huge American brand. The Super Bowl, the NFL, and another huge American brand, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. Okay, so we have
back, by the way.
America's back.
So now that this is airing, can we make a guess on can we make a guess on a big Bowl food commercial?
Ooh, that's kind of fun.
You know what my thought is?
What's that?
Subway Jared's back commercial.
Wow.
I would love to see a Subway Jared's back. I think they could also do a misdirect where they get a different famous Jared and they just bring in Jared.
That's the funniest commercial. I mean, it's too funny for a brand to ever do, but they're like, Jared's back and it's a different Jared.
Yeah. But I don't know. Is there a famous Jared?
It would make me like Subway. I think I would eat Subway if they did that. That's so funny. Jared's back, and who's another famous Jared?
That's the issue.
Leto
I don't think there's I think it would have to be Jared Leto, which is kind of funny. It would be funny to see Jared Leto in a Subway commercial.
Jared's back, and it's Jared
He's
Leto.
He's got the big pants. That's good.
What about a Dippin' Dots commercial and they use AI with Michael Jackson serving the Dippin' Dots?
That's pretty good.
Bring
of
Michael
the future.
Jackson back.
Yeah,
I like that one because
technology of the future.
He's back.
I like that one because I also have never seen a Dippin' Dots.
I don't know why Dippin' Dots isn't doing commercials.
They should. Dippin' Dots are fun. They should do commercials.
Here's my opinion. Everybody should have a commercial.
Or Dippin' Dots ice cream of the future.
The ice cream of the future.
I also agree with you.
Everyone should have a commercial.
Because I want to see everyone's version of a commercial. I want to see the brokest companies' commercials.
I think that we need seriousness in commercials again. We also need people to be shamed in Hollywood. Celebrities need to be shamed for doing commercials. You know my stance on that.
Well, because they're taking work from normal ass people.
That's the bummer because there used to be
actors.
This Bowl, which is it's this informal American holiday where it's like the Super Bowl commercial used to be a thing where a working class actor could make their year by booking a Super Bowl commercial, and now it's a sort of thing of just like, oh, this is just a way for celebrities to get richer because we just every ad is like Chase Bank. Which two celebrities did they team up? Which IP did they do a reunion of? You know,
I remember excitedly telling my mom and dad and sister that Neil Campbell was in a Burpo Bowl commercial one year. Do you remember that?
I do remember that one, yeah.
He was in a Bud Light Burpo Bowl commercial, which was like, you know, it was a big deal, especially back then. It was rock, paper, scissors, and then Neil throws a rock at some guy's head.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Whoa, that's pretty fun.
He's like, he throws the rock.
Yeah.
It's good. Do we know anyone else who's been in Burpo? Well, we have to know some people who are Burpo Bowl commercials.
Larry David. Do we know Larry David?
Do we know Larry David? I don't know.
I feel like there's like, I always like, every year I watch, I'm like, I see somebody, I'm like, oh, they're in a Super Bowl commercial. And then like 2 days later, I forget. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, some guy you did like UCB with that's in one this year.
There's definitely people who are. Also, didn't Jared do 101?
Jared did UCB 101?
I think Jared, I thought you and Jared were in 101 together.
We were 2-man team for a while.
I hate to be a like lamer plugger guy, but I'm in a Burpo Bowl commercial this year.
Are you really?
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I'm in a Casper mattress commercial. I get up from the bed. I go, these beds suck. Don't buy a bed out of a box, folks. So it's like it's I'm doing a joke. Sorry. I'm doing a bad joke.
I liked it.
I was kind of making it up on the spot. I got inspired by Wayne earlier.
I liked it.
Yeah.
We liked it.
You know what you do? What I'd like to see a Burpo Bowl commercial for, because I feel like there's such goodwill has reemerged for this chain. The first chain we ever reviewed on the Doughboys podcast, Chili's. I'd like to see a Chili's like, welcome back to Chili's. Chili's has always been there for you. Come on home to Chili's.
Yeah. Like
you're watching the game. Wouldn't you like to be watching it at Chili's?
Give us a serious commercial.
Give us a serious
nothing
commercial.
Is serious anymore.
Yeah.
I like that. Like it's like when the corporations get to be silly. That's not for you. You're not supposed to be silly.
Yeah.
Cast like Walton Goggins and do like, or like Michael Shannon do a deadly serious like Chili's commercial.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I like that too.
We're okay. So as far as the proteins go, my issue is the Korean barbecue is pretty sweet, and I think when you have the sweetness of that, it clashes against the mac and cheese. So like that for me was a combination that just flat out did not work. The the sweetness and the cheese, like it just, I felt it like it tasted pungent. The other issue is of the bases, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and loaded fries. Loaded fries are loaded with coleslaw of all things. Yeah. Who loads fries with coleslaw?
Yeah.
Well, no loaded fries I've ever seen have coleslaw as the primary component.
The mix of fries and coleslaw
what
together
are we doing?
Just doesn't fucking
I think
work.
just get rid of coleslaw in the world. I don't think we need it as a food.
Whoa.
Because you're Boston. You guys are putting coleslaw on your peepees. Weirdos.
Is that true? You put coleslaw on your peepees?
We do not put on our 4-inch wieners. We don't put them on there.
Are you guys coleslaw people in Boston? Is that a thing?
We do like coleslaw a little bit.
What is like I just don't understand why people eat it. It's just like anytime I see it on a thing, I'm like, this is a waste of food. Why'd you make this?
It depends on. Here's the thing. There's a lot of most coleslaw is really bad. I do like slaw. Most coleslaw is really bad. So I'm with you in general. I feel like 90% of coleslaw could just be dumped into the ocean and we wouldn't miss it. Nope. There is some really good coleslaw. I feel like a really good vinegared slaw. Like if that's like like sometimes that can work really well. Yeah, get it out of here.
Put everything else there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Biden.
There's also certain contexts like certain sandwiches are enhanced by the presence of coleslaw. Like I feel like you get like a pastrami Reuben that's got like coleslaw on it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're like, that's really clicking.
I mess with that.
Yeah.
I buy that. But as like eating it by itself, like taking a fork into coleslaw and put it in your mouth, it's just like, why am I eating paper that's wet?
I mostly don't need it. KFC's coleslaw, I don't think is anything notable. I think it kind of sucks, honestly.
While we're those fries were awful.
Bad fries.
Those were the worst fries I've ever had.
Bad fries.
Look, I'll say this: when we were talking about this episode, we were talking about all the bowl. We decided to get every bowl, Wags, which I thought was a great call. I said okay. Today slaps. That's what I said on the text chat.
Well, that was also when we were going to get the cranberry Pepsi, which we did not get.
Which we didn't get the cranberry Pepsi. A very sad thing. Why
even tease it?
I don't know. I don't. It's the Colonel's to blame. I don't know. I don't get. I feel like KFC always fucks this up. I think it's Yum Brands.
They
like
fuck it up. Taco Bell fucks it up.
Yeah. Look, it was disappointing to me, but I was very excited to try these loaded fry. Look, how can you go wrong? Cheese, French fries, chicken.
Well, that's what I thought we were
The
getting.
only thing it's missing is that peanut that was on that flag. Holy smokes.
It was a delicious peanut. I don't know if I ate it. Maybe I didn't eat out of fear. I think I maybe did eat. Anyways. Chicken, fries, cheese.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
And then my fries are eliminated. The fry bowls are eliminated first.
There were none of those worked. I thought they were all just
awful.
Rotten. They were really bad.
Coleslaw on fries just make for like super soggy fries.
Yes.
Emma, yes, that's part of why the fries were execrable.
When I dumped them out and it was like fries but covered in like coleslaw juice, I was like, ugh.
And there was disgusting. There was like bugs in mine.
There were bugs.
Dude, there were bugs in mine.
The bugs in yours is weird.
There was like 30 bugs in mine. I
was like eating it. I was like, this is fucking nasty. I'm eating the bugs. Why am I eating all these bugs?
I ate like 3 of the fries. I was like, these are definitely bugs. And then to make sure I ate 3 more, and I was like, yeah, I just ate 3 more bugs.
I brought up the menu to look at it, and it just does say loaded with KFC's original fries, coleslaw, and lots of bugs. So I think it's maybe a skill issue on our part.
It's like I didn't know they were bugs at first because there were so many types of different bugs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just like maybe KFC's they just have a bunch of shit they put in the bowl.
It was almost impressive how many different types of bugs were there. And then there was like one ladybug, which I thought was cute, actually. Mm-hmm. I set him free.
The ladybug was good.
That's really sweet of you.
Yeah.
You set your ladybug free?
Yeah, I took him outside and I said, have a good life.
Can KFC sue us for saying there's bugs in their food?
Because we haven't gotten sued yet.
Because if I would like for them to come at me, because right now we're having fun, but if you come at me, I release the videos with the bugs in it. So don't even dare come at me. So we're safe. Right now we're having fun. Don't turn it into a thing unless you want it to be.
There were a lot of weird bugs in mine. I had a scarab beetle in mine.
Oh, you had a scarab beetle. That's wild.
I fucking crunch it down like Emotep.
I had a gold.
Thought that would get a laugh out of your 1998s or I guess Emotep is older than the Mummy from 1998 or
no. I just thought I was taking you seriously.
Oh well, I did. I chomped it down like Emotep. Yeah.
I had this one people will definitely like. There was actually a gold scarab in mine.
Did you chomp it down like Emotep?
No, because it led me to treasure, like in Edgar Allan Poe's famous story, The Gold Bug.
Wow, that's cool.
It led you to treasure?
Yeah, you drop it through the eye of a skull. And it leads you to buried treasure. Captain Kidd's famous treasure. We've all read the short story, The Gold Bug by Edgar Allan Poe.
Where did you find a skull in the studio?
I would love to read this.
It's in the woods and on an island in South Carolina.
Did the scarab just walk into Jake and Amir's office? They're the CEOs. They're rich. That's what I'm saying. All right, here we go.
Wow, okay.
Am I in trouble?
No.
No, people don't like CEOs anymore.
Yeah.
Hands off Jake and Amir. I'm talking to you, Mangione.
Yeah.
You better not touch Jake and Amir.
That whole Luigi thing's conflicting because growing up, I always wanted to be a CEO, and now I'm just like, oh, maybe it's not cool anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm staying away from my CEO adventures.
Here's what I will say. The mashed potatoes bases and the mac and cheese bases, I could eat all day. I do like the KFC mac and cheese. I think it's good mush, even though it's not really like actual, it's like there's better mac and cheese, obviously. But for fast food mac and cheese, I think it's pretty damn good. I also love their mashed potatoes. I have a soft spot for their mashed potatoes.
Can I go crazy here and just eliminate one competitor out of this Super Bowl? I want to eliminate the Korean barbecue chicken.
I don't think we should eliminate. Well, actually, maybe, yeah. Because if we're eliminating loaded fries, Korean barbecue is not available on mashed potatoes, and I think Korean barbecue and mac and cheese decidedly did not work, so maybe it's just out.
Korean barbecue is out.
Why is it not available on mashed potatoes?
It's
I don't
nonsense.
understand that at all.
And it would have been fun to try on mashed potatoes.
I feel like
potato and gravy would have cut it.
Chicken in a bowl is like KFC's that's been a thing forever.
It's just more fuckery from Yum Brands. They are always pulling this kind of shit, just arbitrary. Yeah.
Rob Lowe Colonel.
I'll tell you what. Yeah. I could eat a bucket of those mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are
big
great.
Old bucket, like one of those.
Wonderful.
One of those big old buckets you put down when you got a leak in your house. Fill that thing with mashed potatoes and the leak water. I'm eating that thing. I don't give a shit. If there's a little bit of, if there's like a couple inches of the leak water, but there's the KFC mashed potatoes in it, I'm gonna eat the mashed potatoes still.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's how good the mashed potatoes are. I'll eat it with leek water.
I agree with you. I'm not thrilled to be eating the leek water, but I'm gonna be sucking.
I don't
it all
want
down.
to eat the leek water. I'm just saying, like, they had a leak at the KFC. It got into the mashed potatoes. You know, it's like that decision you make when you're eating a sandwich and there's a little piece of hair in it. Do you keep eating the sandwich? The sandwich was really good. You know, I keep eating the mashed potatoes with the leek water. I'm doing it.
I will definitely say leek water in any event would be preferable to the bugs we were given.
That's true. And look, if I got an order and it was just the leak water, I'd eat it.
I'd
I would
eat
be
it,
thrilled.
I wouldn't be happy
it.
about it.
If there was a little bit of pee in the mashed potatoes, I would probably not eat it, but I would maybe would eat a little bit.
Leek water is on. Pee makes it like a little bit of pee.
Yeah, I think what's happening is that you realize a leak is a toilet main, and then someone up there didn't realize that the toilet was out, and they tried to use it, so like a little bit of pee got into the bucket.
Okay, can I just time out for a second? We're allowed to take timeouts.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, of course.
So in theme, we're talking Chicago food, but Devil in the White City is being said to be made. It's
by Scorsese.
By Scorsese with DiCaprio. I want to be in this.
Me too.
So you do too. Okay, so we both want to be. Can we get in trouble for saying that we want to eat pea with mashed potatoes? Can we get canceled?
No,
I don't think so. No,
all right, so I'll do because I want to be in that movie. I just don't want to get kicked out because of this.
To be fair, you said you don't want to. You would, but you don't want to.
You don't want to, yeah. What? I think you're in the clear.
You don't want to eat the pea, but like you would because the
I
potatoes
might,
are so good.
but I don't know. But I probably wouldn't.
I don't think you would get in trouble for eating pea. I don't think you get canceled. I don't think.
But it's not my pea. It's KFC peed in it. Like one of the employees had a bad day.
Yeah.
He peed in the bucket of mashed potatoes, served it to me, and now I'm stuck with this decision. I spent $4 on mashed potatoes. There's pea in it, but I'm hungry, and these taste good, and the peas. This guy's healthy.
So in this scenario, you were like, hey, sorry, I didn't get my mashed potatoes. And the guy's like, yeah, 1 second. And then you see him like zip up and then like scoop some out for you. So you like know he peed in it. You're not like tasting it and being like, this kind of tastes like pee. Like,
but then also that guy's like, man, I drank like more than I drank over 10 glasses of water today and I worked out.
Right.
So you know that like it's like good quality pea.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it's good.
So, yeah,
it's like clear pea. It's not even yellow.
So it's like clear pea. I'll drink the clear pea. Yeah.
I mean, is clear piss even piss?
It's just water, basically.
It's water, basically.
All we're saying is these mashed potatoes are so good that if there's pea in them, we might eat them.
That is the truth. And if there's bugs in them, we might eat them.
Yeah.
We
already ate the bugs.
What did you say?
We already ate the bugs.
I said the Chicago Bear Grills.
Oh, I love that. Wow, that's a good pun. Are you at UCB as well?
No.
That should have been an SNL. That's an SNL audition character.
That's really good.
An audition character.
Devil in the White City. I bounced off of that book. I read some of it years ago, but I mean that was interesting. I just it is one though. I'm like. You see Scorsese's adaptation of Killers of the Flower Moon, and I did read that book, and it's a great book, but it's like such an impressive feat to turn that book into that movie because you read it and it does not lend itself easily to an adaptation. So Devil in the White City is a similar sort of thing. Like from what I read of it, is like that feels like a tough thing to adapt, but I mean,
it's interesting because it is two
halves,
separate stories happening as once, where you're like,
I never read it.
It's really I like it. I liked it a lot. It's a good audiobook if you want to do audiobooks.
Ooh, I like audiobooks.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's really okay. That's all. I loved it.
You got some crickets here. You can put them on your Polish sausage. That's Chicago Bear Grill.
That's good. That's good.
I think that could have got me on the fucking show if I'd done it a few years back.
They love, I'm all jokes aside, we're talking about bugs.
Yeah.
Go down to Mexico City. There's grasshoppers, crickets, all types of bugs. They're so fucking good. Well, the way that they make the crickets is, do you guys know this? They put them in a bag of tortillas. The crickets eat the tortillas, and then when they bake them, they're really they taste like fucking nuts. They taste like
I did
really
not know
salty.
That.
So you eat them and you're like, this is a great snack. You have it while you're drinking your beer, while you're having your mezcal, and the protein density is so much more efficient than a steak or anything.
Yeah, I've never been to Mexico City, but I have had chapulines, which I don't know if that's grasshoppers, but or crickets, but I have had that before, and I think like a crunchy bug, I'm all in on. For me, it's just like a chewy or a mealy bug. I don't need a worm. Worms to me are kind of gross.
Yeah, I don't fuck with worms. I fuck with grasshoppers and crickets. I ate a scorpion out there though too.
Whoa!
Oh shit!
What was that like?
It was honestly just like super like crunchy, and I was kind of just doing it for the gram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking a video for some, and then I accidentally delete. No, they take the stinger off.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like
you don't like the stinger.
Amelia's dad's name is Scorpion.
Yeah.
Really?
He like Tiger Weiger over here gave himself his own nickname, Scorpion.
Does he have a scorpion tattoo?
Yeah, that's why he got it.
That's the same thing that happened with Weiger.
That's right. So I will say this, and I think this is maybe like a pretty. I mean, this is the most basic opinion you could have. Is the original Famous Bowl just the winner here? The original protein on top of mashed potatoes. There's something you like more than that.
They're the Kansas City Chiefs going into this bad boy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're the I don't know if they are the by the way, I went to Pujol down in Mexico City.
Okay.
And it's like a great restaurant. And there was like ant larva. I like ate a bunch of different stuff that I never thought, because bugs do gross me out. I remember when I was younger too, like seeing those tequila lollipops that had like a fly in the middle of them and stuff like that. And like the idea of like a bug. Oh no, it had a little worm in it. That's not a fly, a little worm. But the idea of eating bugs kind of like grossed me out. But at Pujol, it was one of the best meals of my life. It was fantastic. If we ever get to Mexico City again, Pujol, fantastic restaurant.
I should go. I want to go.
You should go.
I love Mexico
Doughboys, Mexico City.
Well, I'm not going for fucking Doughboys.
All right, that's fair. I agree with you.
Yeah.
We should not.
Okay, so you say that's the Kansas City Chiefs going into this contest.
I think that they are kind of the Kansas City
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
They're the classic combo.
Nashville hot chicken on top of mashed potatoes.
No, just a regular bowl. The non.
So that's not your pick.
That's not my pick. Can I put up something for elimination right now?
Yeah, please.
And this also felt kind of like a Chiefs or Patriots type of team going into this competition. The chicken pot pie.
Oh,
we also did get a chicken pot pie, which we haven't noticed. I thought I haven't noted yet. The chicken pot pie, I think, is the closest of any of these to being like real food.
Sure.
I don't mean that even in an insulting way to anything, but it's just like this. This resembles like a meal that I've had outside of the context.
But unfortunately, I'm going to put them up for elimination right now. I think they got eliminated.
I think it's a decent pot pie, but there's no reason for me to ever order it from KFC.
It was
versus
like,
all the other stuff.
I was eating these bowls.
Yeah.
Going in, loving it, and then.
You almost didn't even want a bite of the pot
Mitch
pie.
was basically, you gotta try it. It's part of the competition. I take a bite and I go, oof, and I went right back into the bowls. Yeah. I would love to put it up for elimination.
Yeah, all right, let's get it out of here.
That's gone. Chicken pot pie is gone. For me, it was the Nashville Hot Famous Bowl or mashed potato bowl. And the mac and cheese. Those are my those are my two finalists in the Super Bowl.
Well, so here's the thing. I love I do like the Nashville Hot. I am a bit of a heat seeker, so I like things with some spice to them. I really thought that was going to be my winner going in. My issue is I kind of felt like that plus the mac and cheese. Again, it was the issue with the Korean barbecue, but less pronounced because it's heat versus sweet. It was kind of unga pachka just having so much sauce. Like, I feel like you're getting so much goop from the mac and cheese base and the mashed potatoes base that the original recipe actually is a better contrast versus like something that's coated with some other sauce. You know what I mean? It's just like extra goo. Not that it's not flavorful, but I honestly felt like it was a little too much.
I think that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Where
are your leanings?
I'm leaning. So when we're talking about chicken and you're going sweet versus hot, I always go hot.
Hell yeah.
Personally, chicken, you want that shit hot.
Hell yeah.
Also, when I'm going mac and cheese versus mashed potatoes, I'm always like, my brain always is like thinking it's going to be mac and cheese, but the winner is 100% of the time mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And it's like, because you could have like, there's something about mac and cheese, like you think you're going to want a bunch of it, but after like 3 spoonfuls, you're like, I did this.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. And mashed potatoes, I could eat a bucket with leak water and piss, and I want more of it. And so for me, I know my winner, and I won't say it yet unless that's what you guys want.
I think that's well said.
It's another.
I just
that's another applause.
Thanks, guys. I'm on my game today.
Live from the Windy City on YouTube. The thing, just leak water is just making me think of the film A Different Man. There's a great leaky bucket thing in that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Loved A Different Man.
My two favorite movies this year were The Apprentice and A Different Man.
Dude, The Apprentice is so good.
The Apprentice is great.
Great movie.
The Apprentice is my favorite movie of the year. That's my favorite. I love it.
I think The Apprentice. Yeah, I think I liked The Apprentice, Substance, Brutalist. Those are my three favorite.
But what do you think of that second half of The Brutalist?
People really didn't fuck with it, huh?
I loved the first half. Like, it was like one of these things where I was like, oh my God, it's the best movie of the year. And then the second half, I was like, oh my God.
First half in the lobby during intermission, I've said this before on the podcast, I was like, I think I might have a new favorite movie. And then the second half lost me a little bit. I think it just kind of made the subtext text. But I still overall
it's still in my top 10 of the year.
That's
probably.
fair. You know what, though? My intermission was like a full day later. I watched it in pieces.
Wow. Interesting.
Because I was also I honestly didn't think I was going to fuck with it at all. I'm not a big Adrian Brody guy. And then I start watching the first half and I'm watching it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this might be the best acting performance I've ever seen. He was killing it. He's getting not even I don't really even know his work that well. I was just for some reason, I was just I don't know. What is this movie going to be about? And the first half, loved it. Turned that shit off till the next day. It got late. Then watched the second half and was so excited about the first half that I enjoyed the second half too. But, I know a lot of people got beef with the second half.
It's still in my top 10 movies of the year, but the second half made it from my number 1 to my 10th. I still like it though.
Wow, 10th?
I mean, 10th is maybe extreme.
Where's Substance in there for you guys?
Substance is somewhere in my top 10.
Substance is in my top 10 as well.
Top 10. Did you guys see Nickel Boys?
I did see Nickel Boys. I liked it, yeah.
That was just so sad. That was devastating.
It's a similar sort of feeling to The Brutalist for me, which is just I am very impressed by this movie. This is a staggering achievement. This
the
is
POV
really...
stuff was a little bit hard to follow.
That's why
times.
I haven't done it yet.
It's a little, it does become a little bit hard to track. It's a little disorienting, but it's just such a choice that it's man, this is filmmaking.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot, but I was at a couple times I was I feel like I would almost be better connected if I can see them connected in a way. It was weird. It was interesting. I thought it was a cool choice.
I admire the commitment to the gimmick throughout, but yeah, it maybe kind of is. I don't know. It's a lot to wrap your head around.
We were saying the actress in The Apprentice should have been nominated for what's her name
she's
for
in
Borat?
Borat?
Yeah.
For supporting actor.
Wow.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she was on my second.
I think
ballot.
Jeremy Strong should definitely beat Kieran Culkin and I haven't even seen
great performance.
Jeremy Strong is so good.
I think Kieran Culkin is very good.
I liked A Real Pain, but I don't know if it's in my top 10, but
I haven't seen it. I'm just pissed that everyone's calling it a comedy. I don't know. Is it a comedy?
Oh, no, it's got some jokes in it, but no, it's like a comedy in the way that anything is a comedy these days. I mean, there's just how many hard comedies were there? How many hard comedies were there last year? We were talking about, was Thelma the best comedy of the year?
Thelma's in my top 10. I love Thelma.
But it's how many are there? Here's a comedy with jokes. This is existing primarily to make people laugh. It just isn't something that gets made theatrically anymore.
Also, Sebastian Stan.
A Different Man, one of the funniest movies of the year.
A Different Man is one of the funniest movies.
Two totally different movies, killed it two totally different ways.
I don't know. I didn't know much about Sebastian Stan beforehand. I've seen him in stuff, of course, but I was like, damn, he's fucking great.
His transformation from naive Trump into the monster by the end, you're just how did he do that?
That
was crazy.
It's great.
A Different Man, and kind of belongs on Hog Island, that movie.
There is.
He's going down to 4 inches in an afterlife.
There is hog in A Different Man. A man, by the way, a man wearing a mask. It's your perfect scenario where man wearing a mask showing hog. It was very eyes wide shut. Speaking of what is it? Didn't someone say?
Fidelio. Yeah, we got that up top in the roast. The just since we got in the movie conversation, and not to belabor this, but the films in my top 10 that have not been mentioned, I'll just touch them real quick. One, Casey Doonahue, Dune Part 2 is definitely somewhere in my top 10. Look Back, I think is my favorite film of the year. Is anime. It's fantastic. It's so incredibly human. And two other ones, which are Hard Truths, the Mike Lee film, and with Marianne Jean-Baptiste, which I think is the single best acting performance of the year. She's absolutely fucking incredible. Everyone should watch that movie. I saw it
want
twice.
To see that.
It's so fucking good, and that it got shut out of the awards, and that her in particular got shut out of the awards is insane.
I gotta see it still.
Just a dereliction of duty from everyone who's a tastemaker.
You were on the nominating committee. You fucked up.
I fucking had her on my ballot, Mitch. No one listened to me.
You didn't try hard enough.
You heard it here.
No hardcore shit on your list this year.
No, I didn't include any hardcore porno on my SAG-AFTRA nominees. And the other thing is that the Lucas two films, Challengers and Queer. I love both of those.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Challengers yet either.
Challengers is fun
Queer?
as hell. I've seen Queer.
Yeah, Queer I liked a lot.
The filmmaking is really cool. It's
really cool.
Also, I didn't know until the end of the movie that was Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, isn't it a great performance, man? He's on a fucking heater.
That was really like he has a lot of prosthetics on. But I was just like, I didn't know it was him. You still sometimes figure that out. But also, like, dude, I don't want to spoil anything. But I'll just say this without spoiling it.
Yeah.
That scene where Daniel Craig fucking shoots up and just sits, and it just sits with that. I think it was a Nirvana song for like 2 minutes. It's like so sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, the commitment to like just sitting there. The filmmaking is so I like that movie. I like that movie a lot.
I like Luke a lot. He just fucking makes choices, and I thought that movie was awesome.
The closest I got to
good.
Oh well, just the closest I got to seeing Queer. I was supposed to meet Ben Rogers at the movie theater at the Vista, and I went there, and I was like, my friend Ben left a ticket here, and Queer was playing at the Vista, and Ben was not. He was at. What's the theater?
Different location.
New Beverly.
He was at the New Beverly, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. And I kind of just like was like, I'll call him, and I just ran away. I had to run away. I didn't know what else to do. It was very awkward.
So funny.
Yeah.
So you didn't watch anything.
I didn't watch anything. I went home.
And he was like, where the hell did you go?
But I know.
So he watched the movie alone.
And from their perspective, from the Vista, a guy in a Tom Brady jersey walked up, saw that the movie Queer was playing, and ran away.
We talked about how it looked probably really bad from their perspective.
Was he doing like a prank video?
I was not doing a prank video for anyone who's working at the Vista that day when I looked very confused. Casey, one of your favorites of the year too, though, isn't it? Queer?
Oh yeah, Queer and Challenger. The fact that he made both of them came out in the same year, I thought was so impressive.
It's like Sebastian Stan. It's like if those performers come out and if those performances come out in consecutive years, he maybe gets 2 nominations in a row because they come out in the same year. It's like kind of splits the vote. I think the same thing happened with Lucas. But both those movies are fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, that was a good break. That was a good. You know what? And there's new movie previews during the Babbel, so that's
true.
So this kind of works in a lot of ways.
But the movies that come out at the beginning of the year are usually bad, right?
Yeah,
like good movies don't come out.
I didn't see Flight Risk yet. I want to.
It's fun. It's not good. It's like a very B movie. It's not good, but it is fun. Any predictions on what movie trailers we're gonna see?
I think they're gonna show Emilia Perez 2.
Wow.
That should be fun. Just going off the awards buzz, they're going to crank out a sequel real quick.
Yeah.
That's quick as hell.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm hoping for the Deer Hunter 2 trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be
for
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they still got their de-aging Voight, which will be an interesting choice.
Yeah. And then he's going back for one last game of Russian roulette.
Yeah.
I heard that there's gonna be
it's Deer Hunter 2. One last game of Russian roulette.
It's a meaty subtitle, kind of a mouthful.
I heard that they're gonna do Indiana Jones meets Matlock 2.
Oh wow, they've already greenlit a sequel.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing we've talked about. Indiana Jones meets Matlock. They're gonna do a sequel.
I love that.
They meet again.
They meet again. It says.
Well, you know how they've been doing all these Marvel crossover movies. I'm like, let's do some Rockstar biopic crossovers. Let's get a Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan movie.
That would be fun.
That is fun.
They kind of do it with the fucking Bob Dylan movie because there is Johnny Cash is in that, and it's almost like and it's the same director. It's like I kind of almost just wish they'd gotten Joaquin, Johnny Cash, and just have it be a full crossover.
They're gonna start doing that shit.
They absolutely are. Yeah,
they really are.
What day does this episode come out?
This comes out in the first week in February.
Oh, the first week in February.
Yeah,
February 6th.
All right.
Why?
Who's the kid that?
Reason.
Who's the guy that played Elvis? What's that guy's name?
Austin Butler.
No, the Sofia Coppola one.
Oh yes. That guy's good.
Yeah.
That's a good performance.
He's in Euphoria.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
He's also in. He hosted SNL this past season.
Jacob Elordi.
Oh yes. That guy's
so
good.
he played Elvis, right? Who would you guys rather see play Elvis, him or me?
I'd love to see your Elvis.
I'd love to see your Elvis.
I gotta work on it, but my mom's neighbor's 90-year-old woman who couldn't see well used to tell me I look like Elvis. So I'm like, maybe I should be.
What a compliment!
Maybe I should be playing Elvis.
I love it. I would like to see it.
So look out. Look
I
out.
love that. I hope it happens.
See you later, Lordy.
Look up.
You had your shot.
So I got Devil in the White City coming in the new Elvis.
Yeah, you can add
awesome.
these two.
Yeah.
You can add Devil in the White City to our IMDb if you want to.
Jason Schwartzman, the film I was trying to think of what it was. I meant to mention. I was trying to pull the title. A film I didn't like love the movie overall, but he is so good in it, and is Between the Temples. His performance is really good.
Yeah,
movie from last
Between
year.
Temples, haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've
it's worth
seen
seeing just for him.
Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Is it like that?
It's
Yeah, is it between those one of
It's
those?
like
temples?
that?
it takes place between two Indiana Jones movies.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That sounds
okay.
great.
Okay, cool. I'll check
Is
it out.
Matlock there or no?
Matlock is there.
Okay, all right, good.
So, is this discussion, does this lead us towards just eliminating mac and cheese? Is our winner going to be on mashed potatoes?
Hell yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
mashed
So mac and cheese is out there.
potatoes.
So it's
Yeah.
down.
I do think that the mac and cheese was.
I like the
was,
mac
I do
and
think
cheese.
the mac and cheese was good.
Carmen
It's
was
good.
saying this thing. He's like, these are so good at having so much fun. I was like, this is good, and I am having fun. I was enjoying them.
Yeah.
The fries were the one
Yeah.
thing that I was like, these are bad.
The fries were bad. Part of the issue with the mac and cheese is you're really just getting mac and cheese and the protein versus like the classic famous bowl composition is you're getting potatoes, corn.
Yeah.
Not that I'm the biggest fan of just loose corn niblets, but it's in there. It's some textural variants.
Sure.
Gravy and cheese. So it's like a bunch of different components you can kind of have in different configurations as well as the protein on top. So we got the original recipe or the Nashville hot on top of mashed potatoes. I lean original recipe, but Nashville hot, I'd have no problem.
This
with
is your super bowel. I know we can't say it. Wait, should we just say what is the thing we're gonna say
Say
instead?
it 1,000 times.
What is it? Burpo ball.
Oh, the Burpo Bowl.
Burpo ball.
The Burpo Bowl. Whoever's editing this together.
By the way, I don't like. We don't usually solicit
luck.
fan art, but I think a nice bit of wholesome
Damn.
fan art, if anyone wants to do, would be Mitch and I and Carmen in the afterlife, and we've all got equal size 4-inch hogs, and also Pikachu is there.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And Pikachu also has a 4-inch.
yeah.
Can Pikachu's? I want his to be just a little bit bigger than ours, but I know it's heaven. We got to go by the rules of heaven. We got to go by the
Pikachu's
rules.
small, so a 4-inch hog on
It's gonna-
Pikachu is going
it'd be
to
a
look
fucking
ginormous.
hanger.
It's gonna look,
Yeah.
it's gonna look big on him. It is gonna look big on him.
And if it's a picture of us in heaven, I want to have teeth in my ears. I know it's gross, but that's just
If that's what he wants, yeah, I think go
That's-
for
if
it.
it's heaven.
That's the angel thing. You can
Yeah.
you can do.
I want to be able
whatever
to
you want.
eat out of my mouth and my ears. Okay, this is weird, you guys. Everyone's being weird now. Everybody got weird.
In heaven, you can hear food. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's sick.
I mean, you can kind of hear it here, I guess.
Food now.
Yeah, you can hear it.
But you can really hear it
Yeah,
in heaven.
you can really hear it.
Yeah. Well, Vikes, we got our 2 finalists in the Burpo Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you can really hear the sizzling fajitas at Chili's.
It's true.
Imagine if you a commercial starts and it's just like we slow dissolve up from black and we're just the sizzle of a fajitas platter, and then we're just hearing Michael Shannon come in talking about.
Oh, you've switched now.
You
It's
hear
no
that
longer. You don't want to be what's his name from The Shield and what's his.
Well,
Walt
I pitched
Goggins.
either. It could be Walton Goggins. Either
Walton
one
Goggins
of
is
them. Whoever's
pretty damn
available.
Good. I love Walton Goggins.
It's
They're
an
both
actor,
great actors.
It's an actor with real gravitas.
Yeah.
It's Carmen Christopher, and they're telling
As
you
Elvis?
it's Carmen Christopher as Elvis.
Somebody's got to do it.
Hey, these fajitas they're sizzling. I don't know.
Hear that sound? That sounds like America. Come on home to Chili's.
That's a good voice.
Pretty
When you
good.
use your voice, my moves, we're gonna go.
It does seem like it could have been a Chili's commercial and
Yeah.
whatever when Elvis was still alive.
Yeah.
The 2 finalists here.
Yeah, I think wow, that's wild because Elvis would have loved Chili's. I think he died before Chili's was founded.
No.
I got a good chili joke. Taking it from Bebe's Kids animated movie
Oh,
from
yeah,
the 90s.
Bebe's
Yeah, what is it?
Your mama's so stupid. We said it was chilly outside. She went outside with a spoon and a bowl.
That is really good.
That's pretty good. Hey, you know
Bebe's
what?
Kids.
Elvis died 2 years after Chili's was founded, so he could have gone.
It's possible he went to Chili's.
Yes.
That's wild. To
That
think
might have been
about.
his last.
Yes.
That might have been what he was shitting out on the toilet. Maybe that's why he died. Chili's.
Chili's fault.
Chili's killed him. Chili's killed Elvis.
I gotta tip my cap.
Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby.
Amelia, he was definitely dead before that commercial. which is like 1994, 93. When was that? I don't know.
He might have wrote it though.
He did probably wrote
some
it.
of Tupac's music didn't come out until like 10 years after he died. Same with Biggie.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's a great point.
Yeah, so
I think the Nashville hot is very tasty, and I think the original recipe is also it's a classic for a reason. You know, I think they both work. I kind of lean original recipe, but I think we just need to render a verdict here. I mean, should we say in unison what we think should win?
I don't want to politicize this, but were these bowls invented during Biden's administration or Trump's administration?
They were invented under George W. Bush's administration.
Hell yeah,
the good old days, bro.
2006.
Can you imagine if we got Bush? We'd all be partying in the streets. Can you imagine? I think everybody would be happy with Bush right now. I mean,
Bush is back.
I think Bush is back.
Bush is back.
Mitch, you say you'll learn a new language every year, but few of us actually commit to it. Well, Babbel makes it easy for you to learn one in less time than you think. Play the sound effect.
We like that.
This year, speak like a whole new you with Babbel, the language learning app that gets you talking. Learning a new language is the pathway to discovering new cultures, so why not embark on learning something new?
Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons, handcrafted by over 200 language experts, get you to begin speaking your new language in 3 weeks or whatever pace you choose. And because conversing is the key to really understanding each other in new languages, Babbel is designed using practical, real-world conversations.
Spending months with private teachers is the old way of learning languages, and nothing screams tourist like holding a phone translation app up to your face all day. Babbel's tips and tools are inspired by the real-life stuff you actually need when communicating. With a focus on conversation, you'll be ready to talk wherever you go. Mitch, you know I use Babbel, and not that I ever travel really anywhere, but it is very helpful for me to know some Spanish, which is a language I've been brushing up on, a language I took in high school. Because there are just so many Spanish-speaking people in our community that you might interact with.
Wise, can you help me out?
Yeah.
Tell me how to say, where's the bathroom?
We'll talk about it off pod. Need proof that Babbel gets you talking? Studies from Yale, Michigan State, and other leading universities continue to prove Babbel works. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With over 16 million subscriptions sold, Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by a 20-day money-back guarantee. This year, get talking with Babbel.
Let's get more of you talking in a new language. Babbel is gifting our listeners 60% off subscriptions at babbel.com/doughboys. Adios mio. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/doughboys, spelled BABBEL.com/doughboys. Babbel.com/doughboys. Rules and restrictions may apply. By the way, we've ended regulation. We're now in overtime, just to scare you. Remember, you were so scared.
Ooh, overtime. Purple. That would be a fun year.
We're about to enter overtime. We're at overtime right now.
Wait, what makes you
minutes.
say they're at overtime?
We were 51 minutes.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
Fuck? We're in overtime.
Got it.
Overtime of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Pats did it. First ones to do it.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's right.
Okay, so we need to render a verdict here.
Also, tip my cap to Bebe and his children. They're funny. They're really good.
Bebe's kids
are
Very
fucking
good.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we do this like we do a tournament episode? Should we count down from 3 to 1 and then say in unison what we think should win? I've already said what I think should win.
Yes. So I guess it is just
it's down
Carmen
to you two.
and I. Okay, but
I'll say it anyway.
What's yours?
I'm going original recipe.
No, you can be the ref.
Ooh, interesting.
And we'll say that we'll say.
Okay,
our
so I'll
winners.
count it down, and whatever your verdict is, if you agree with each other, then it's Nashville. If one of you or both of you agree with me, then it's original recipe. I will count down from 3 to 1. Say in unison what you think your winner is on top of mashed potatoes. 3, 2, 1.
Nashville hot chicken.
Wow!
Mashed potatoes.
Congrats to Nashville hot on top of mashed potatoes, the winner of the Super Bowl for KFC.
Yes.
Second place goes to the Bugs.
The bugs were bussing.
The bugs were bussing.
And third place goes to the bucket of leak water with a small amount of pee.
Yeah.
What is your fork score? If you have to go out of 5 forks for KFC, not just based off this experience, but overall.
That's a really great question.
I'm 3 forks for KFC. I think Mitch is 4 forks. I'm not sure if your score
I went up
changes
to 4
after
forks.
Yeah.
KFC is.
I just think
They're
there's
so
better
tricky.
fried chicken out there. Like I'd rather get fried chicken from Vaughn's or Albertsons, which are 2 grocery stores out here. I just think it's better.
Oh, that's interesting.
Albertsons fried chicken is hitting.
So my mom used to get the fried chicken from like Jewel, Osco.
Okay.
It's a very Chicago grocery store.
Yeah.
So like
Good fried
that's
chicken.
you know what I mean? Like we were never going anywhere fancy. We weren't going to KFC. Like if we were eating fast food, we're eating McDonald's. We're
Right.
old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're classic. But so it is like grocery store fried chicken is really good sometimes.
Love grocery store fried chicken. I'd take it over KFC, but I also like just among the chicken chains, I feel like Popeyes is better. There aren't a lot of churches out here, but I think Church's is generally better. And
Look, a lot of it's
I just-
nostalgia based
and
for
yeah,
me.
100%. And I do think KFC is a place where, as much as I still like their core components, I still think their biscuits are hitting. I like their mashed potatoes. I like their original recipe. I do feel like you've seen the steady decline of that place from its specialness to a place that's just squeezing a little bit more dollars out of
Mike,
every menu item.
Mike, our video editor, Mike Dorfman, can we have a brown confetti falling right now for the end of the Super Bowl?
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
I think, here's the thing is, when you're rating these things, are you rating them based off of like all food in the world or fast food chains?
I'm usually it's personal to you.
Tell them the Doughboys thing.
The Doughboys, the kind of the mission statement of this podcast is, how does it live up to its own expectations? How does it live up to the promise of its own premise?
What is it?
So like for
what
me,
it's trying to
for
be.
what it's trying to be, is it achieving that? Like that's one reason why a place like the Cheesecake Factory, I think, is outstanding at being the Cheesecake Factory, and so for me, that's a 5-fork chain. They are doing exactly what they're trying to accomplish.
And this is trying to be like corporate slop, honestly,
Yes.
in a lot of ways. So
Okay, wow. So corporate slop. I mean, then I honestly think this is if going for what they are going for. I think they're a 4 out of 5
4-fork chain. Okay, very good score.
because it's just a bunch of shit in a bowl. It's
yeah.
like so sloppy. I literally ate and went and took a shit and came and did a podcast. Like we ate. Like I was like, how much time do I have, Mitch? Plenty of time. They're setting up. Squeezed out one real quick.
They would never even have known if you didn't say it.
Well, they got to know. And now, first thing I do when I get home, it's gonna be another. I got a bidet. I got my girlfriend and my mom went on a Christmas gift. They got me one of those toilet seats that's also
what'd you
bidet.
get?
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know.
Is it a
I
Toto?
guess they spent like $300 on it, and it's like heated and it cleans
one
your
of those.
ass really nice. And I looked at my mom and my girlfriend's text chain. I was like, this is a weird gift to get me. And my mom said, she goes, I don't know much about them, but I hear that you can get an infection from them. He still has to wipe. And
That's still what? Of course you still wipe. Yeah.
My mom's crazy. And then my girlfriend goes, yeah, he'll still have to wipe. And then my mom responded, he better wipe. I'm like, you guys, this is the most embarrassing gift I've ever gotten. You guys are talking about me wiping. I'm a grown ass man who's taking care of myself. Come on.
Moms get they're on the offense about wiping since you're a baby. They wiped you out when you were a baby.
That's a great point.
It's the truth.
This guy understands mom and moms and women.
That is true.
Mitch
I'll take
understands
both
moms
those.
and women.
We both got Toto washlets, Wags and I.
Yeah, I like the Toto. Yeah,
the Toto's nice.
Oh, see, I don't know my brand. Should I find out my brand?
it might be a Toto. I feel
It's
like that's kind of
fucking
like
awesome.
the dominant brand. It's
like
I really am happy with
life-changing.
mine. Yeah.
It's like, do you know how much time guys spend wiping? You guys, a long time. Bidet, in and out, baby.
It's 100%.
It's like it's so crazy that America's just getting onto bidets.
Yeah.
So go if you're gonna get KFC, sleep over at a friend's house who's got a bidet. Clean that ass properly.
I agree with that 100%.
I will say that this is a thing. This is one of many reasons I don't really love travel. Like especially the bidet now. Now I'm so used to my home toilet. I'm so used to the presence of that. That cleanliness that I get, that cleansing feeling from that stream of warm water. That when I go on the road, I was like, I wipe with toilet paper like a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Like what's going on here?
Have you ever been on the bidet and the water goes so perfectly up your asshole that it shoots out your mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
that is
really
the only
satisfying.
thing. That's the only thing that I'm like, the cleanup takes forever.
Yeah.
When that
Got
happens,
water everywhere.
I like call another friend in who's going. I'm like, quick, you can I'll wash out your asshole with my. If they get in there quick enough.
Quick. Hurry up! Your water's coming out of your mouth while you're yelling quick.
Are you sticking with 4 forks, or are you gonna amend your score at all?
Also, I think with the guess, I'll stick with 4. I don't know if this is.
I'm sticking with 3 forks.
I don't know, and I think that's good because I don't think it is a Golden Play Club member yet.
Like, if I'm being real, like, I won't eat. Like, when
forks.
I came in here, I'm heated up. I'm yelling. I'm calling people. I'm like, they fucking ordered KFC. This place is a dump. Can't believe it. They don't respect their guests. I want a Portillo's.
Right.
I want a Portillo's so bad. I was like, make her drive an hour.
I'm gonna say this, Amelia, who you know, Carmen from specials and stuff like that, right? Like
yeah, I know you from. I don't know you personally. I just met when Mitch was like, "Oh, Carmen's gonna come on." I was like, "Oh, he's really funny. I know you from I Think You Should Leave." And that kind of stuff.
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that.
And she said that Amelia was willing to go to Portillo's.
Oh my God.
And
my argument was that there's no way a Portillo's sandwich would be good after a 45-minute drive in the
Wrong.
car.
There's no way.
You think it would be so soggy?
Nope.
I can't imagine it would.
Me and Weiger shot it down because we just didn't want to make her drive to Portillo's.
Well, I wouldn't have let that happen.
I
But
wouldn't have cared.
she was down.
I didn't. That would be. I would never want you to do that. But what I really wanted was Mitch to pay the Uber Eats or DoorDash person to drive an hour. I wanted Mitch because I know Mitch just filming this big Hollywood movie in Toronto. I know his pockets are deep. So what I was thinking is like, it's my first time in the show special. Mitch has been begging me. No, I've been begging him to come on. I was like, let's get Portillo's. Mitch opens up his pockets, and we get Portillo's, and he didn't want to open up his pockets, you guys. So what are you gonna do?
I'm stingy.
I think the way to do it.
I like my
credit
coins.
card. I like my credit card account when it's high or low, I guess.
If we want it, because there are some Anaheim chains. There are some that are like kind of in the exurbs that are pretty far out. Yeah. And Anaheim, it's 45 minutes in no traffic, which never happens. So like we're talking about potentially like a 2-hour drive. It could be a big fucking haul.
Yeah, I would never do that too.
So, but I think there is a reality, and hey, maybe you can come back and we can do this where we go down to Anaheim, we hit up Portillo's, we hit a few other like local like Orange County spots that aren't in LA, and then we have a few different episodes we can talk about.
So I gotta go all the way to Anaheim? Okay.
Yeah, that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it. Let's do it. I love Portillo's. Chicago people.
What's your favorite? Is it the Italian beef there?
I like Portillo's a lot.
So this is what I do when I go to Portillo's. I usually go with a friend because I want to have multiple things, but I don't want to feel like total shit afterwards. So I get an Italian beef, not super soaked with hot giardiniera, and cut it in half and split it with somebody who gets the hot dog, a Chicago style hot dog.
Fun is that?
And then I get my own cheese fries.
That sounds like heaven.
The cheese fries are so good at Portillo's. It's just like
them.
So then you get everything. You get the hot dog, you get the Italian beef, and you get the cheese fries.
Is it platinum plate?
There's
club
other
for
stuff
us?
to get.
I can't. We did it. We did it for a live
Golden
show,
Plate Club.
and I have a memory of having the cheese fries, but it's possible that's a Mandela effect, and we didn't actually have the cheese fries. But I remember having those and liking those.
I'm just curious if it tastes the same as the Chicago Portillo's. That's what I'm very
curious about. That too.
I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. Oh, so we should bring a Chicagoan down and get a verdict on how well it is, how much of an approximation
slam
it is.
if it's not good.
Yeah.
When my dad was dying, one of the last trips we took to Chicago. And it was a great trip. And I got a chocolate. We went to Portillo's and I got a chocolate. I got a chocolate cake shake.
Oh yeah,
which people like. I feel like it's become such a thing of like chocolate cake, but that chocolate cake shake
good.
is legit very good.
It's so
it's very good.
So
Portillo's is currently Golden Plate Club.
Wow, who the fuck didn't give it 5 forks?
Mitch gave it 5 forks. Both Gabrus, Nangle, and Weiger gave 4.5.
Oh, so you guys did do Portillo's?
Yeah, we did. We reviewed it in Chicago.
I'm mad now.
That's awesome. I'm gonna listen to that episode.
Dipshits.
Did you guys love it? So it was all 5, and then somebody got.
You're mad at us in the past, and then you don't even remember.
You know why? Because nobody got cheese fries, according to the wiki.
Wow.
So you gave it a 4.
4.5.
Wait, so that's interesting, and I'm over here giving.
I gave it a 5.
I'm gonna change my KFC score then.
Okay.
If we're giving 5s and 4s to Portillo's, KFC's a 2. KFC is
that's fair.
KFC's a fucking 2. I'm being nice. I had fun. I'm being happy. Saw Wayne Brady today. KFC's a fucking 2, if that. Fuck KFC. Fuck Colonel Sanders. Don't try serving Korean chicken. You guys are fucking from Kentucky. Don't stay inside your zone, baby. You get a 1 now.
Sauce is a little
Oh my
cloying.
God.
It's a fucking 1.
Wow, down to
No,
one fork for KFC. Hey, that was a review of KFC
Wow.
and the KFC Super Bowl 2025. It's time for
What
a
a
segment.
success.
I've got a food-related
It was.
survey, and Mitch and Carmen will compete to guess the results. Let's play the family food.
Mm.
One last game.
Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so standard rules. Whoever gets the most correct without collecting 3 strikes will win. These were compiled by Amelia. The theme.
Hey, I got a question for you quickly. I know you're mad.
Yeah.
You want the episode. You're wrapping it
No,
up.
it's fine. We're not wrapping it up. We're just going to the segment. We got more show.
Did you trick your bidet out to flush when you walk away?
No, I didn't. No, I don't have that setting.
Because I
Mine's a manual flush.
clunk one into the toilet and I walk away.
That's dangerous.
Are you worried that
Yeah.
you'll go shit here at Headgum and forget that it's not your home toilet?
Yeah, that's what I was
and
gonna
you'll just walk away without
You think that
flushing?
it's dangerous that I'm going to be programmed to never flush the toilet
There's
ever again?
two things going on. First off, the muscle memory aspect of you're conditioning yourself not to flush after you shit. The second thing is sometimes that flush is a rough draft. And you got some more stuff to take care of. So you maybe leave some streaks in the bowl. You maybe leave a floater, and then you got a guest over there. They go to take a piss
First of all,
in your
this is
toilet,
my
and they're
personal.
like, "This is fucking disgusting."
This is my bathroom in my bedroom.
What? You're never having company
It's
over?
the toilet that's right next to his bed, so no one else is using that.
It's right next to my.
So you want just shit just floating in there?
There's a toilet right next to my bed, and then there's a bathroom in the other room. And there's no toilet in that bathroom.
Yeah. He wanted the toilet to be right next to his bed, so that instead of just always having to lay down to watch TV, he can also take a shit and watch TV.
That's why that is why I did it.
I think you gotta flush and then inspect. And then make sure you're in the clear.
It sounds like it sounds like you're jealous of my walk away flush. I can walk away, it gets fucking flushed down the drain, and I got fucking powerful pipes that those streaks aren't staying in there.
Well, maybe you got new construction. Maybe you've got your own toilet you've picked out. Because I'm a renter, so I got whatever shitty toilet, whatever shitty pipes are in my fucking shitty apartment.
The working class man that you all think is somehow less rich than I am.
I didn't say it was working class. I just said we rent, so we don't have our own fixtures. We didn't get to choose our own toilet brand.
I
didn't choose my own fucking toilet brand. What
all right,
the
well,
fuck
you have
are
whatever
talking
came
about?
with the place you own,
Mm-hmm,
you just got a new seat. You didn't get a new toilet for your Toto.
I got the Toto seat. Yes,
but what kind of toilet you rocking? Because our toilet brand is some off-brand I don't even recognize it. It's not one of the main ones.
Toto. I got a Toto for the Toto.
You got a Toto toilet?
Yeah.
Well, you have a Toto brand toilet.
Yeah.
So you got a proper toilet.
Yeah, it's a proper toilet.
Yeah, no, I've got a fucking whatever. I got the cheapest toilet that my landlord bought.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, fucking you get.
So I have to flush more than once, Mitch. I can't just walk away necessarily.
I look.
You guys ever hear of a water bed?
That shit.
Yeah.
What's that?
You guys hear of a water bed? Well, Mitch has got a water bed toilet. His bed flushes.
My bed does flush.
If he goes under the sheets, he can just piss and shit in the pool and then come out on the other side. And flush.
It's dangerous though. It is dangerous.
Yeah. He's drowned a couple times.
Did you do a
remember when Freddie?
Did you do a Super
Burple.
Bowl ad for that mattress?
Yeah, I did that. I did that. That's good. I did a Burple ad for that.
Do you remember the Freddie, the fucking Freddie kill where the guy is all fucking horny? He's got the waterbed and there's a mermaid under his waterbed and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have sex with this mermaid, and the mermaid swims away and then swims back to fucking Freddie and comes out there and fucking kills a guy.
It's also funny that the guy wanted to fuck the mermaid too on top of it.
I get it though, he's horny.
Yeah. Yo, mermaids are fine as hell.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, there's 10 or 11 mermaids in history. Each and every one of them fine as hell.
I agree. That one, the Freddy one, is fucking fine as hell too.
Yeah,
not Freddy himself.
I never seen a mermaid I didn't like.
I'll tell you that much. That is fair. That is, and why? Also, Johnny Depp gets pulled into a bed that's not. Is it a water bed?
No, it's just a regular ass bed. But it's a fucking brutal kill. There's so much blood. Okay, so
also you should just get the walk away flush is cool. You would like it.
I just wouldn't.
Sounds like you're just mad that I have.
I wouldn't trust. No, I don't care that you have it. I wouldn't trust the walk away flush. And I also am worried about what Emma brought up that I'm
a human being.
Flush.
I make sure there's not big shits in my.
But
toilet.
if you're walking away, when are you making sure? Next time you go to take a shit?
Yes, maybe sometimes.
So that's the issue.
I think Wagner doesn't want Natalie to have to see his skid marks.
Yeah, exactly. It's called being courteous.
She sees them anyways. Does she do your laundry?
No.
All right. I just thought she could have.
No, she's not my mom. I do my own fucking laundry.
All right, relax. Holy shit.
Damn, your mom does your laundry?
When I was a child. All right, the theme is most popular unhealthiest foods in the U.S. according to UniversalDrugStore.com. Amelia, what the hell is this? Most popular unhealthiest foods? What is this site? UniversalDrugStore.com?
I think the most popular answer for unhealthiest food.
Yeah, no, it said most popular junk foods. I changed it to unhealthiest, and then now I realize that the sentence is grammatically incorrect.
Yeah,
so that's just me.
Okay.
And I put it in quotes because I think some of the food isn't that unhealthy, so I didn't want to confuse people. That ended up backfiring.
The tops are at UniversalDrugStore.com. I don't know what that is. Top 7 answers are on the board. Thank you for compiling this. So, Carmen, Mitch, here's how this works. You will each alternate. You will buzz in and say, or actually, you can just alternate and guess what you think is going to be in the top 7.
I guarantee you this is like an anti-vax website that you got this from. Fucking Italian. Italians hate the vax.
I'm half Italian, so I'll get it sometime. I got the first 2 shots, but I didn't want to get the booster. Basically.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm punching in UniversalDrugStore.com. I'm going to check out this website. Carmen, what do you think? Do you want to take a guess here?
For the most unhealthy food?
Most popular, the 7 most popular, the people were surveyed, and these were the 7 most popular unhealthy or junk foods in
Basically
America.
the most popular food, because the most popular foods are the most unhealthy. So pizza.
Pizza is number 1.
Wow.
Good answer. Good answer.
It's just cheese and sauce and bread.
Thank you.
So bad.
Thank you, Emma, for finding the sound effect sting from the Super Nintendo version of Family Feud. All right, pizza is off the board. Number 1 answer. Mitch, your turn.
I'm going to say fried chicken, Wags.
Oh.
Fried chicken, number 7.
Ooh. Okay. I'll say, can you say like mac and cheese? Can you just stay in that pocket or no?
You can say mac and cheese. Is that your guess?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you have 1 strike.
Fuck the world.
That's
all right, Mitch. You both have 1.
This is already gonna get
correct.
Oh, I knew what I want to change it to.
Mitch, you have 1 correct and no strikes.
I'm gonna say, Wags. My answer is French fries.
Oh, that's a good one.
Show me French fries.
Oh, that's unhealthy.
You both have a strike and a correct one. This
list is weird. Okay, I'm gonna say cake.
Ooh, cake.
Show me cake.
What? It is not.
2 strikes. 2 strikes.
Cake is healthy.
Cake is.
And frosting.
It's not one of the 7 most popular answers.
Oh,
when people are asked
popular answers.
Yes, most popular unhealthiest foods.
Say something stupid.
I'm gonna go with This is very close to what I just guessed. So it makes cheeseburgers.
Oh, that's good.
Show me cheeseburgers.
I was gonna say that.
It says hamburgers.
It says hamburgers, but I'll give it to you. Number 5.
I
Number
prefer
5.
not to give it to him because it's wrong. But that's okay.
I think the show would say hamburgers / cheeseburgers, and they would give it to you, or just burgers.
Okay.
All right, Mitch has 2 and 1 strike. Carmen has 1 and 2 strikes.
I haven't
hot dogs.
Ooh,
show me hot dogs.
That's a good answer. That's a damn good answer.
Great answer. Hot dogs number 6.
We're both in trouble coming up now, though.
But I got 2 strikes. He's only got 1, or no? Do we both have 2?
Right.
Mitch has 1 strike. You have 2 strikes. Here's what's off the board: pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, and fried chicken. Correct.
So there's 3 left.
So there's 3 left. 2, 3, and 4 are open.
I'm gonna say potato chips.
Oh, that's a great
potato
answer.
chips.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mitch. You get your 2nd strike.
Why is this hard? This is weird that it's hard. Let me think.
I would, if I was going to steer you towards something.
I think I got it.
Okay, go for it.
But is cake different from ice cream?
I would stay away from sweets.
Yeah, there aren't really sweets.
Yeah, I would say to steer you.
I can't believe
I
you
would
got
think
an X on fries.
I would think mains, and I would think savory, because that's what this whole list is.
All right,
also, these remaining 3 are kind of hard.
Okay, mains, savory.
I have an answer, but
I would
don't.
go with.
We're in trouble.
Oh. What about motherfucking lasagna?
Good answer.
Lasagna. Show me lasagna.
Fuck Fuck!
Sorry, Carmen, you have collected your third strike.
Can you guys bleep this
Mitch,
out?
If this is Mitch, if this is also a strike, then you are tied. If you get an answer here, then you will win
That's
the family
not how family
food.
food works, but all right.
Well, that's how family food works. We're not playing Family Feud. We're playing Family
Mitch
Food.
is popping up a
It's
beer.
legally distinct.
I'm going to say something that's weird. I'm going to say a weird one, and I don't think it's going to be on. This is what the fuck else?
I think you're gonna be mad at the three that are
All right, I'm going to say steak.
I was going to say that.
Show me steak.
Oh, I got
Number
smoked.
4.
I was going to say that, but steak is the bomb.
Steak is
Wait,
steak is good for you.
Is steak
That's
bad
why
for
I
you?
put unhealthiest in quotes.
Okay.
Wait, isn't steak not bad for you because it's low in calories and it's high in protein?
This is the thing about
but
Family
if you
Feud.
Cook it.
It's because we're surveying people. What is objective truth does not matter. I remember one time on Family Feud, they were asking for a tourist location in France, a French landmark, and one of the top answers was the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, the Leaning Tower of Pisa obviously is not in France, but dipshit Americans who were surveyed said Leaning Tower of
And they
Pisa, so
usually
it's
do
on the survey.
surveys at, a mall
whoa.
in the middle of the day, in the middle of
Exactly.
nowhere. Like you have no idea where they're taking it or
So-
what the
Yo,
normal-
whoa, ho!
Yeah.
I love Americans, dude.
Yeah, wait.
What about Italian Americans, Mitch?
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds
Americans.
same guy that tried to burn the flag is being ironic about this country. Interesting.
Mitch, you've won the Family Food. Just for funsies,
What
do
an
we want to try to guess the remaining 2?
Sure.
Number 2 is something you might have if you were trying. You know what? It was referenced in a joke earlier.
I was gonna say steak no matter what. That is
Yes,
the truth, but
yeah.
I just was like, I don't know what else to say. It was referenced in a joke earlier.
That's right. There was a very funny joke we enjoyed from Bebe's Kids that involved this food
Chili.
stuff. Chili is number 2.
Chili's
What?
number 2.
Are you surprised by
You
that?
said chili today. And
Damn it! I
Chili's-
said chili today. I did.
the
say it
wrong
today.
time.
Said
Number
it the wrong time.
Number 3, a food that you might get at a different Yum Brands restaurant.
Tacos.
Oh wow.
Tacos number 3.
It feels like a very vague.
Yeah.
Tacos could be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could do a shrimp taco, or you could do some bullshit and it's good.
Also, burritos aren't on the list. Tacos are.
It's not on the
actually
list.
number 8 on the list.
It's not in the
We were
top
doing
7.
The top 7.
Oh,
but
okay.
Pizza, chili, tacos, steak, hamburgers, hot dogs, and fried chicken are the top 10. Mitch has won the family
Who put
food.
this list together? RFK Jr. Jesus.
It's his
RFK.
website, probably. I think that this list, if I ate everything on this list in a week, I'd be like, I'm doing pretty good this week. I wouldn't think that I was doing bad.
There's some good stuff. The steak is good for you.
Can we? I feel like and Mitch, I think
I could be wrong.
You do this well. Can we do, since we're doing Family Feud? Can we do like a Steve Harvey? Like I'll say, give me like the most popular unhealthy food, and then you could say something like Grandma's booty. Just say something dirty,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I would
and then
love
you
to.
do a Steve Harvey reaction to camera. Is
Yeah.
that all right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's
Okay,
do that.
cool.
All right, Carmen, I'm looking for the most popular unhealthiest foods in the U.S.
The end of the rat's asshole after he got done shitting out a little some worms. That was pretty good. That was really good.
Just like a restaurant about your feedback, let's open the feedback. Today's email is from Kim L. from Maryland. Kim L. writes, Progresso recently released chicken noodle soup flavored lozenges for National Soup Month. Did you see these? These are wild.
No.
If you
That's
could have
disgusting.
If you could have any food in lozenge form, what would it be? I'd go for a buffalo wings with ranch flavor. Ooh,
What
boy.
the hell?
A big sarcastic G
People
thanks
gotta
to my
get out.
husband, Mike, for introducing me to this mediocre pod back in 2020. I haven't laughed one single time.
Jesus.
Well, Kim L., if you want to laugh, check out Live from the Windy City on YouTube from our guest, Carmen Christopher.
I
streaming
actually
now.
promise if you just click on the link, you'll like it.
Wow.
Wow.
I actually promise. And
Wow.
if you don't, Venmo request me and I'll send you 0.002 cents.
We can link to it from our. We can probably link to it from our YouTube. Yeah,
That's true.
Always
If you
down
did
below.
If you did that, that would warm my heart.
We
For sure.
We will 100% do that.
Here's what I would say, Kim L. I think anything savory is going to be a little bit off-putting. If that's the exercise where we have to come up with something savory,
I have
we
an
can
answer.
crack it, but go for it.
Also, lay off us, lady.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're
Lay off.
trying.
are.
No, she's with that. Thank you for listening to this bullshit. For me, when I watch Willy Wonka, Violet Beauregard takes the gum that is like the 4-course or 3-course.
You're talking
meal.
the Gene Wilder one. You're not talking the Chalamet.
No,
Wonka.
I'm not talking about Wonka, and I'm not talking about fucking.
I'm sorry, I hate to cut you off. Wayne Brady is still here. I just saw him. This is getting out of control.
He's still. Oh, now he's. Now I believe he's.
I'm gonna see what he's driving. You guys do your thing. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
He's got a nice car.
I imagine this guy's a billionaire. Go ahead.
And Violet Beauregard takes gum and she's like, it's a creamy tomato soup. And in my mind, if I was thinking savory and it was like a lozenge and I was sick, having like a creamy tomato soup would maybe be fun to suck on.
Yeah.
Is it warm?
I don't know. I mean, I think lozenges are always room temp, right?
Yeah. Which is just like
it's as warm as your mouth makes it.
You know, I think the Violet Beauregard thing is making me think of like when she goes through the whole meal, there is a certain point where she gets to blueberry pie. And that's always been a thing. A blueberry pie lozenge, I think, could be delicious if it had that sort of
blueberry pie with vanilla.
With vanilla, like a la mode. If you captured all those flavors in lozenge form, because then it being slightly warm, but like, you know, like mouth temperature feels like that would be appropriate for a slice of pie.
Good, yeah. You know what? I mean, like, honestly, that's where we should go is like, desserts or sweets.
I think something.
Right?
I mean, something sweet is naturally going to be a better fit for a lozenge. But I don't know if Kimel's question is supposed to be, "Hey, I want you to try to get something adjacent to chicken noodle soup."
Carmen, what do you think? As far as would you go? Sorry,
no. I'm just texting. It's all good.
How about like a brown butter, like a brown butter cookie? That could be fun.
Brown butter cookie is good.
You're asking my.
What would you if you had a lozenge?
Dream lozenge
flavor.
Dream lozenge flavor is pretty simple for me. It's an easy question that I would like to answer right now.
Wow.
And the answer to that question is Gusher flavor.
Gusher flavor.
Tastes like a Gusher.
That's pretty good. It sounds like you just want a Gusher.
Yeah, I just want some Gushers.
But it doesn't have the texture of a Gusher, I guess, necessarily. It's maybe a little harder, or maybe
hard Gushers.
Hard Gushers,
baby. And make it sour and with some bugs in the middle. Make that
solid
shit sour.
Gushers is a funny idea. Solid Gusher.
They should trick you so that you break your teeth, so that dentists finally get more money.
Now we're talking.
You know what I mean? No, I'm just joking. I hate dentists. If you're a dentist listening right now, turn this off because this podcast is not for you. And we don't want you listening to our stuff. Do not watch my special on YouTube.
Oh my God.
If you are a dentist, my comedy is not for dentists. You want to give people cavities? You want to steal money from us because we don't know shit about our teeth and you're tricking us, telling us we have cavities? Look at that little black spot. I can't see it in the x-ray. My comedy is not for dentists. I'll say that right now.
I'm really like this. Nick and I, we're kind of like the anti-dentist, right,
yeah.
Nick?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice.
We've never high-fived on the show before, ever.
It's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You guys are going to love this episode if you got this far.
I think blueberry pie so far is the best answer.
Yeah.
Or cherry pie, something a la mode, something like that.
Something like a compound dessert.
Or actually hard Gushers with bugs.
Hard Gushers is actually probably the best answer. I will say that like I've had some bad luck with dentists lately. I think I still have one more procedure to do, but I had an issue where a routine filling replacement got turned into like my tooth got cracked in the process. I had to get a fucking root canal, and then it completely changed my bite. So now I have orophacial pain and jaw popping, and so that was the whole thing. I had to see a specialist there. I'm having to spend all this money out of pocket. It's a whole fucking thing.
The dentist did this to you.
I believe so, but I can't.
You're right.
I got it, whatever.
I don't lie. You guys think I'm a liar.
We don't think you're a
liar.
liar.
Not you, the fans do.
No.
People have been in the chat saying this guy's a liar.
Some of the hype, the pre-release hype of the episode has been like the Doughboys are having on a liar guest.
Yeah. Also, just so you guys know, because I know you guys have a big following, this has been going on for 10 years. There is a chat. And if you guys haven't been using it, please start using the chat.
We love to log into the chat and check in with the chat.
You got to log into the chat. It's different from the Discord.
Yeah, it's not our Discord server, the Discord. It's not the Reddit, which is good now.
And if you can't find the chat, you don't deserve to be on it.
No, there is a chat.
Yeah.
And we're all in there.
Yeah, you have to have a certain computer. It's one of those computers that farms crypto.
Yeah.
You got to have one of those.
And like every time you write a comment or ask a question, it wastes 18 bottles of water.
Yeah. The guy behind it just pours out 18 bottles of water. I told you I also had a root canal recently. I told you I had a toot canal.
Right.
Yeah, there was something like a guy had a drill into my butt and this is
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
This is yeah.
Wait, what is a tooth canal?
A toot canal,
Oh,
TOOT.
toot.
Yeah. So it was a serious operation.
So there's a tooth in your asshole.
Yeah, there's a tooth in my asshole.
That's cool.
Is that why you can't shit?
Sounds like the bidet.
It might be why. It might be
You
why.
got a
I
tooth
can't
taken out.
shit.
You need one of those strong bidets that I have. Where it shoots the water out your mouth. It would have shot that tooth right out.
Sometimes if you have brown throat so much, you can like grab a tooth and bring it back down. So that's probably what happened. Anyways, that's our episode.
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedback@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GODO. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, plus our entire pre-2018 back catalog, subscribe at patreon.com/Doughboys. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our supervising video producer is Casey Donahue. And our video editor is Mike Dorfman. Our guest, Carmen Christopher. What a treat to have you on. This was so much fun. Live from the Windy City on YouTube. I'm excited to check it out. Yes. I hope all our listeners check it out.
Yes.
You're such a funny guy, and congratulations
Thank you,
on the
guys.
special.
I appreciate that. And just for the record, all that stuff that people are saying that I was defending Ted Bundy, that's not real. I was never doing that. Please don't look into it. Thank you guys for having me. It's so much fun.
I will defend Al Bundy.
Yeah, I was defending Al Bundy. I just mixed up. I mixed up the first names, and I was calling Al Bundy Ted Bundy the whole time. I was defending Al Bundy.
Also, you know who I'll give a shout out to? Jimmy Otto.
Oh yeah, Jimmy.
Love
you, buddy.
There's a GoFundMe for him. He was a Chicago.
Oh, I know. I gave him money.
Yeah. He's a great guy, and he worked the tech booth at UCB, and there's a GoFundMe for him. So if you can, if you got the funds and are able to contribute to Jimmy, he's a guy who for me coming up was when I was doing comedy at UCB was a guy who was always
see
in
him all
booth.
the time.
Nick too, and
great dude.
He put in a lot of hours for a lot of comedians that you like, and he's a great guy. So if you can contribute to that,
the GoFundMe, I actually saw how much Mitch donated, and it made me do mine anonymously because he gave way more than I was willing to give. But I did give money.
Is that true?
Well, I don't really know him that well, but it was like
giving anything is so kind.
But he did tech for me like 2 or 3 times at the Lyric. So, and he's super sweet guy.
Lovely man.
I love Jimmy. Also, I did Not Too Shabby, and Jimmy did the lights a lot of the time for Not Too Shabby, which was like a fuck around sketch show.
Yeah.
And so I hosted that show with Mike Hanford and Dave Ferguson.
Oh, cool.
And he put in so much time to that show, which was like a big
awesome.
fuck around
He's a
show.
sweet
So
guy.
he's the best.
So
he deserved that from me specifically.
No, that's awesome.
Get better, Jimmy. We love you.
Love you, Jimmy. Check that out. We'll link to that, and we will link to Live from the Windy City on YouTube. Check that out, Carmen Christopher. That'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Tiger Wagger. Happy eating.
See ya.
Hey, buddy, want Doughboys merch? We're talking hats, shirts, sweatshirts, patches, glasses, all sorts of stuff. Aprons. It's all available at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.